technically didn't get to react to the Sony thing too at the same time, right? So it's like a combination of both.
All right, we are live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Gaming After Dark podcast. I am your host, Mr. Boom Boom Kaboom. It's in the room, and I am here with my amazing co-host, the always incredible, the always loud, the always funny, Mr. Titan Drago. What's up, Titan?
What's up, everyone? Well, we're starting to see the flip-floppers flip back in the Sony hardcore, like, hip-hop gamer himself calling himself, and I quote, an Xbox fan. I saw that in a video and almost had a heart attack. No shit. Like fucking bullshit, man. You low lifeline, floor flush, and sack of shit. You fucking clowns have taken so many L's and have been made such fools of that you fucking literally given up. You're pathetic as fuck, and you lose. The fucking game is over. You have no more lives, no more continues. Your save file is corrupted. Get the fuck out of here, and that's just my intro.
Holy shit. We're in the intro, people, and Titan's going off. This shit's going to be lit. Can't wait to hear what Cray and JuKnows got to say for sure. And guaranteed Mag's going to have some fun points on it all as well. Speaking of the Mag, a middle-aged game guy, how are you doing, my brother?
I am doing awesome. And let me tell you something. X gonna give it to you. And it did today, and it did this week. And let me tell you something. What a hell of a week we've had. I mean, I am just absolutely jazzed from head to toe. And I got to tell you, just following what Titan just said, being an executive chef myself, I cooked up a huge batch of L's for a whole bunch of people. So bring your fucking bowls and your spoons, because I got them all cooked up and ready for you, and the buffet is open.
You need to buy more silverware.
No, they don't deserve silverware.
Wooden spoon.
That's right. You got some chili peppers and a whole lot of paprika for your ass. All right. And let's get over to our amazing guest. Couldn't wait to get him back on the podcast. It's been a little while, but he should have some great points of discussion. Welcome back to the pod. You laugh. Mr. JuKnows 23, guys. JuKnows, how you doing, brother?
Hey, I am all right. You're a friendly neighborhood door dasher. Is back. And actually been on multiple podcasts in the comment section. You can actually check your favorite Sony podcasters on some shout outs, some angry comment sections. But so we got a lot to get to. Some L's, as your fellow panelists have said, have been handed out, and some very comedy situations. It has been a very funny week.
Right.
Funny week.
Yes, I suspect our good buddy Showstopper has handed out so many L's that people are going around with 90-degree assholes right now. So I'm telling you. And yes, taking time out of vacation. He's back once again. The always funny, the always witty, my pal, Mr. Cray Simmons. What's up, Cray?
What's up, y'all? Like I said, I've been exiled out of the house for right now. I'm sitting in my truck doing this, so I had to talk about it. But like they say, man, boy, this stuff in the flip-floppers and flopping back, they like boomerangs. They were tossed out. Now they trying to come back, but we ducking them. And then, like the man Showstopper said, they hoof clicking and clacking, falling on their face. It's funny, man. It's ridiculous, man. The game plan that Microsoft was laying out is coming to fruition, and Sony's following suit, and people don't see it.
Yeah,
but it's gonna hit them in the face.
But
anyway, let's talk about it.
We will talk about it. Before we talk about it, let's talk about our amazing chat who have showed up once again to support this podcast. Guys, share it out. I would love to see a record. I've seen almost every podcast I watched in the last 2 days have set record numbers. I think we can do it too, right? So share the love. Come on in, and it's going to be a great show. Like I said, don't forget our regular segments as well with Ask Arnold. So think up some great questions in advance. We've also got In the Next Generation with Titan, and of course the Mag has got his Name That Game coming up here toward the end of the show. It's going to be a good time. So let's give a shout out to the chat, and we'll get right into this hot debated topic. Draven Arrow was the first guy on the list tonight. Mr. Timothy Dixon is in the house. Are always a reliable Spider-Man 356, my Canadian brother. How are you, sir? Timothy Dixon. Anime Heaven is in the house as well. We have got Slinky M. We got Rectangle. We got Pang 911. Yes, we may have to call 911 the way things are going right now. Darth Vicious. Oh my God, Darth is here. You know it's going to be a great time. So let's get right into it. Tony Maloney. Actually, it's Tony Baloney, but ACS Husk. Oh shit, ACS, the only man who who definitely's got the right icon tonight with the drinks clanking because the man's always got a beer going. I wish I had a beer right now. I got to go buy a case. But anyway, I want to get right into it. Like I said, unless you guys have been living under a rock, Microsoft made, I think it's their second or third biggest acquisition in company history, $7.5 billion to purchase ZeniMax Games, who is the owner, I guess you could say, of Bethesda, one of the most renowned and well-known gaming companies in our gaming industry. It was an announcement that maybe some people had heard flutters of a while back, but it came to fruition and right out of the blue and right on the heels of the verge of the Xbox Series X and S pre-orders. We got the news. They acquired them for $7.5 billion. Unbelievable. Did we lose Cray? And he's back again. I got to add him to the stream. Here we go. He might be going in and out tonight because he's in his truck,
sorry about that.
That's all right, brother. It's all right. Loon Smile, what's happening? But anyway, that is the deal. Microsoft now owns them hook, line, and sinker. There's no bullshit about it. They own the publishing rights. They own the whole 9 yards. You probably heard what Phil's been saying. They're going to look at things on a case-by-case basis, and we're going to go through all the details, and we're going to get everybody's opinions on all that sort of stuff. Plus, I also want to save a little bit of room for the Xbox pre-orders to find out on this panel, maybe who ordered today, who snagged one, who didn't get one. Love to hear from you guys in the chat. I know it was a major mess again this morning. So between the PlayStation's fucking surprise pre-orders the other day and Xbox, a bit of a shit show. So crazy stuff. But let's get right into it. And I will start with Titan since he is fired up and ready to go. And I don't think Titan's been on a podcast to kind of spill the beans yet. So I'll let Titan have at her. Titan, the floor is yours, man. Tell us how you found out about it, what you thought about it, and what you think it really means for Xbox and potentially means if you happen to be a PlayStation-only gamer.
Well, I actually slept in on the day it was released. I think the information got dropped at like 9 a.m. I'm here. I'm waking up at like 1 p.m. after a long night of drinking, I'm like, and I look at my phone and I'm like, what? I swear I thought I was still dreaming. So it's absolutely insane. Like first, let's talk about the deal, right? Mm-hmm. This is the deal that will absolutely force people that do not even like Microsoft to come over and play because this is that big of a deal. We're Doom, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, just to name a few. And just think about that. Like, I can't believe, I still can't wrap my head around just Elder Scrolls alone being on Game Pass. Like, holy mind blown. But we're talking 8 new top-tier studios for a total of 23 Microsoft first-party studios now. This is surpassing PlayStation Studio in number, size, quality, and quantity of games now at this point. So Xbox literally has everything over PlayStation right now, and as well as a foreseeable future. And let's not forget, okay, because I've seen this on Twitter as well. This is a $7.5 billion deal for 8 studios. Do not undermine that. This isn't picking up one studio for $400 million. So when PlayStation gets that deal done, don't even come at me with those comparisons because I'm right here pre-squashing that crap right now, okay? Other than that, then we got like the fallout, right? No pun intended. Just the fallout of all this, okay? Microsoft now gets like a slice of all these games bought on a PlayStation if they decide to go that route, which I do think a lot of these will, especially let's take Elder Scrolls Online. That's definitely staying multi-plat right there. They're gonna get all their money from DLCs, et cetera, expansions. That has got to stay multi-plat. As far as the other ones, man, that's. I at first I didn't think they would, but after thinking a while about it, I'm like, well, maybe I listened to Dealer, I listened to a lot of other people. I'm like, maybe they're right. Maybe they will keep a lot of these for at least a year exclusivity, or maybe forever.
A taste of their own medicine.
Yeah. Yep. So it's like checkmate. Like the damage and the damage control I've seen of this so far, which getting to the fallout is, and I quote, it diminishes the value of obsidian. People have actually said this.
Who said that?
This is a quote. Okay, so since they both make top tier action RPGs, having both will somehow diminish the other. Thank God these people aren't teachers, right?
Somebody with gamer said that in their title.
I mean, yes, you're right. I mean, you really got to be creative being a pony nowadays. I mean, it's work at this point to spin this shit. It's not even.
Oh my God.
Hey, Drago, check this out. They got to be creative because they're losing all their talking points.
Yeah,
good point.
Hey, actually, they're gone now. They gone.
Left the team, man. I know. Why we got? You got games. Game Pass, $15 or $10.
So then they like, well.
Name a narrative that hasn't been squashed. Name one.
Yeah, no, you know what it is? You're grasping at straws.
Well, no, I got you. This is what somebody told me today while me and my wife was trying to get our pre-order down. Well, Microsoft couldn't build their studios, so they bought them.
Man,
like, what?
Isn't that how everybody kind of starts?
I mean,
that's what I thought.
I mean, if Microsoft didn't purchase them, then someone else would have, right?
Exactly.
That's not how we do things in America.
and to continue on to this creative narrative, this creating narratives, it's not even like sit at your computer and create a narrative anymore. Like this level of work has to be like grueling, blood, sweat, and tears, menial labor type work to make this
upgraded.
It's funny, man. It's funny.
All right, quick pause there, boys. Let me just catch up with the chat real quick. Like I said, Pang 911 in the house, Slinky M, Loon Smile, Spider-Man 356, Anime Heaven. What's going on, guys? And we got Free Jack, my good buddy up here in Alberta. What's happening, Free Jack? Justin Maroney, who we got Regulator in the chat, who drops $1.99 in the super chat. He says, "What's up, brothers? You guys are awesome. We greatly appreciate that, man. Thanks for the love. Keep it on going." Dirt Griggity dropping $5. He says, "What's up, Phyllis Cray? It is past your bedtime. Real Xbox guys, stand up." Well, I think we are standing, baby. We've been standing since yesterday morning.
Got another super chat.
What? There's another one?
There's another one from Regular 951. You want me to read it out?
I already read that one. He said, "What's up, brothers? You guys are awesome."
Oh my goodness.
He's drunk already.
Tonight.
Somebody beat me to it.
It's all good, man. Dreadpool is in the house. Terrence Tate, what's up? Shizno Elite, guys, you're awesome. Loon Smile, how's it going? Anyway, back to you, Titan. Take it away, man. Keep going. Keep the ball rolling, baby.
All right. So let's take this narrative, right, and let's put the shoe on the other foot, okay, and let's see how it holds up. All right. Now, every single big Sony exclusive is a third-party action-adventure game from Sony Studios, right? So let's put the narrative on the other foot now. So does any one of those games diminish the value of the other studios, right, that are making the same type of game? I mean, if that were true, people would be like rioting by now every time Sony released another over-the-shoulder action-adventure game.
Exactly.
And that's just
diminish the value of Naughty Dog? I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, it's absurd. Like, that's what they're saying, though. With this shoe put on the other foot, that's what they're saying. And we all know that's not what's happening, so...
Still waiting on multiplayer.
You got to pay for it.
When the news is this big and it's so hard to ignore, that's how you really can call out the bullshit, because there's no other way to spin it than this is crazy for Microsoft and some of the shit I've seen, but I'll wait my turn to speak on it. You have the floor, man. I got a lot to say, but I'll wait till you guys have at her.
I'll pass on the mic here because I've pretty much said what I got to say. Like, Sony fans love those games, those third-person games, and they can't get enough. So let's just squash that stupid ass shit right now. And that's what I'm all about. Just squash the stupid shit, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, Free Jack says Mooch said that on Twitter. Well, Mooch, baby, if you listen, man, look, I love you, dude. You're awesome, but man, I can't I can't dig some of your angles, Mooch. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Well, he's not the only one, though.
Let's just say that the air you're breathing lately is a little too close to the shit in the stable. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna say this right now. Now I've been I've been in YouTube for a little while. I'm small as we can see, but I've been listening for years. And Mooch and Crap, I'm gonna call them out. They base their topics, their sustainability, on creating anarchy. Let's go and call it like it is. Even when they were for Xbox,
They the Fox News of video games. They're the Fox News of video games.
Yep.
I feel like Crap is the fire starter, and like Mooch is like the you know,
he's like the kerosene can that just keeps rolling.
but let's keep it real. Even when they were repping Xbox, like for a while, Crap had me like, yeah, because I'm thinking, you putting out 30 videos a day. When are you playing games? And Moose the same way. Moose up there, he co-signing, but they were feeding into the I guess they were feeding the fire, and the fire was getting stronger. But then when they saw the opportunity to flip flop, which I get it as a money side, business side, it's smart. If that's what you basing your YouTube career on, it's smart. And I give it to them. They did it first. They were one of the first ones to do it. And when they went to flip flopping, but the thing what messed them up, which is why I started listening to them and cutting them off. The shit that they were knocking Sony for, which is what we said, the third person, same copy and paste, over the shoulder, climb here, grab this lighting up rock.
All you have is Halo and Gears.
Yeah, and they praise on Sony for that. And they were knocking it for it.
It's like going to the schoolyard and saying you got the best mother in the world, and some kid comes up and goes, "Hey man, I'll pay you $5 to talk shit about your mom," and you're like, "Yeah, my mom's a fucking bitch, baby."
Yeah, and and again, like I said, that's good business because it worked for a while. But Microsoft making moves, and like I say, when you do business, you do it quiet. And now we see how it's coming to fruition now. It went from no games to now, well, they had to buy the games. But either way, the games are here. The studios are here. Now you got the most powerful console, I'm going to say a generation and a half straight, because the Xbox One X killed it the last 2 years as far as power. It's just, the games had to come. And then with the Series X, people talking about, we got liquid metal in the PS5. It has the T1000 blowing in the controller with Jeff Keighley simultaneously to keep the refresh rates and the rates variable and up and high. It's ridiculous, man. Yeah. Just you beat on all fronts right now. And the only thing they got is sales. And real talk, Sony's a better, bigger worldwide brand when it comes to that. Like I said, one of my good friends, he's from Bulgaria, man. I call him Rusev. I say it all the time. And when he go home, he don't see no Microsoft advertisement. It's always Sony, Sony. They got more world reach, global reach. And, they still might win the sales battle. Yeah. But the gamers are coming. They seeing what's going on. And right now, unless you got this kick-ass $1 trillion PC like everybody say they got, and buying 3090s when they come out, Xbox is the best place to play.
No doubt. Hold your thoughts in the next one. Let's catch up with the chat real quick. Duke Togo, what's happening, brother? Thanks for being here. Crazy Greek Dude is in the house. Terrence Tate, what's happening? Free Jack is here. Slinky M. Spider-Man 356. Guys, thanks for being here. Everybody, if it didn't give you a shout out, let me know. I'll try to make sure that you are welcome to this podcast. And again, share it out, guys. Let's make some records tonight. Speaking of records, big shout out to our man, Mr. Boomstick XL, who on his podcast yesterday morning set a big record for his panel or his show. He did over 2,000 people. I don't know what Boom's record was before that. Maybe just over 1,000. I'm not sure, but it was crazy to see that many people, especially early in the morning. So people were hyped. And huge shout out to RDX, our good brothers over there, who just blew the doors off things tonight. 5,000 people watching you guys. But apparently, according to some of the community, these guys are jokers. So I don't see any other jokers with 5,000 fucking people in the chat. So you guys keep playing fiddlesticks, baby. Those guys are the real deal. That's why they call it the Real Deal Xbox Podcast. Shout out to those guys. Much love. Yes, maybe. But back to you, Cray, man. It sounds like you still got lots of stuff to say. And don't worry, we haven't forgot about Meg and Juno here. They're going to get to it in just a second.
Well, I'm gonna say this, and going to the Bethesda deal. Like I said, I'm not a huge Bethesda fan. I'm not gonna say I play all their games. It's Doom and Wolfenstein, however you want to call it. And you know, that's my only two that I play. But I see you see the hype for the games with the community. It's a big grab, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Say they still keep those games going everywhere, which somebody told me, y'all laughing, they still gonna be on PlayStation. I said, yeah, cool. Now I know you ain't a big Game Pass guy, but somebody like me, 3 kids,
absolutely,
game, that's a win for me. Okay, it's still on PlayStation, PC, Steam, Switch eventually, but y'all still buying it $50, $60, and PlayStation 5 $70. If I'm correct, right?
And if they buy it, they're paying Xbox, the brand they hate.
And see, that's what I'm saying. So look, check it out now. So you're paying full retail for the game, every DLC, whatever the price is set, and Microsoft still getting the money. Yeah. But us, we get it day and date, Game Pass. Now that's if they do keep it multi-plat. God forbid they keep it strictly down to just the Microsoft ecosystem, or they can really go bald headed stressing out over that.
Microsoft guys right now are like going to a strip club buffet and they're getting to see all the hot mamas for like fucking $15.99. The whole fucking bar is yours, and all the other suckers are over in the fucking corner paying $70 a pop, and all they're getting is a glimpse of tit, and they're just pissed.
Man, it's terrible. Hey, I don't know if y'all seen it on Twitter, but somebody posted a little meme. It was funny. I shared as much as I could, but it had a dude holding like a stack of games, like way up. It's like, what you paying for $70? Yeah, dude hit just like one game, and you got a stack.
That's what.
And don't get me wrong, out of that stack, say you might like, but just 5, but still.
That's what somebody had fucking Christmas. He used to walk into a Walmart or a GameStop and bring in a fucking suitcase of fucking games and say, these are all the games I play with my Game Pass, and then hold up one other game like on a PlayStation. This is what you're gonna pay for that same price.
All I'm gonna say, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, 5-hour, $500 DLC, that'll be worth it. And I like Spider-Man PS4. I ain't gonna front, but for all y'all toting this like dollar budget games versus it better be worth it, because man, Game Pass, I'm hooked, man. I'm good, bro.
So, yeah,
if I want to own it, I can buy it.
I was blown away. Yeah, I was blown away like a week and a half ago or whatever it was when they added EA games to it. Like, and now this, like, Jesus.
I forgot about EA while you bullshit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, though, like best value in gaming just keeps on getting better.
It does, man. And then, like I said, Noof, I know this ain't you, and I'm gonna give you all the credit tonight, because where I'm at right now, I was banking on the Wi-Fi, because I had 4G the whole time up here on my phone.
Yep.
But we get to our house, that we, whatever the timeshare, little house cottage or whatever the case. Dude, do you know my games, man? Like I said, I'm still waiting on the vendors to update, and I've been up here a week.
Yeah.
So the physical, like I said, until they get this stuff worked out, you can't rule out the physical copies. You can't. Digital is convenient, especially when I'm home. I'll go from room to room and boom, it's there. But until they get the kinks worked out, I'm telling you now, like I couldn't do xCloud. None of that shit, bro. That's why I told you when you hit me up for the chat on game night. I'm like, bro, I can't even update a game right now.
Hey, we got Alex Bash in the house. Hey, and our good buddy, Mr. Wilmy Hood. He says digital easy. Wilmy Hood. Wilmy Hood. Yeah, guys. Wilmy Hood. What's happening, Wilmy? Easy Money 4K. He's also in the house. And Joe Dunmore is here. What's going on, guys? Well, let's get some more thoughts on it, guys. Let's just move things right along. We can always come back, and feel free, guys, to jump in anytime on the topics. Let's get you in here, Mag, because you are the panel member, and then we're going to come. Sir. We haven't forgot about you, Juno. Don't worry, brother. You're going to get your time to spiel. Mag, how about it, brother? Let us know your take on this all. Break it down for us.
All right. First of all, this has got to be the most monumental thing I've seen in gaming, period. I know it's considered the second largest acquisition in history. The first one was some nonsense with Tencent, which nobody gives a shit about. It was some mobile game somewhere. Anyways, this is unbelievable news. And what it did is that you added such diversity to their stable now. So now you've got all these things. You've got open world games, check. You've got first person shooters, check. You've got adventure games, check. They're all in there. And they've got all these studios now that are going to be working on these. And what's going to happen now? I think I talked about it before. New Vegas 2. I want to see Obsidian and Bethesda to do it together. Okay? I want them to do it together. How amazing would that be? Send some guys over here, send some guys over there. Let's work on a new game. I think it's coming. But I got something. This is the thing. It's Game Pass. This is what they're pushing. This is what's going to come. Now, when the console launches in November, you bet your ass that almost every single Bethesda game or ZeniMax game, let's just say ZeniMax, okay, for all the different studios, all those games are coming to Game Pass, at least their back catalog. You know that. So now we've got the games that they've got in there now, which is an extraordinary selection. Then you've got EA going in there. That's an extraordinary selection. And then they're going to continue to put games in there. Then you've got all of ZeniMax games going in there. And then after that, you're going to have all the first-party games that are going to be coming up. So it's going to be unstoppable. There is no way to stop this. Now, I've got a grievance, and I got to get this off my chest, okay? Oh, God. Jim Ryan. This guy really pisses me off.
As King would say, Jim dance moves, Ryan.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I'll get to that. Let me tell you something. He was talking shit about the unsustainability of Game Pass and this and that, whatever, and a subscription service. He's basically poo-pooing the idea because they don't want to do it. They'd rather charge us, at least Noof and I, $100 fucking for one game. It's $90. Yeah. I'm not bullshitting you guys.
$90.
I got that. Yeah, I got that good healthcare up there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. So, but you got $90 plus tax. The games are
because we're gonna need to spend it on fucking. We're gonna need to spend it on what is it? A mental health fucking care after all of the money we blow.
No kidding.
I'll trade you the orange guy for some healthcare. All right.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Are you talking about Gritty, the fucking mascot for the Flyers?
The orange guy with the fake hair.
Yeah.
Him too.
Go ahead, Mag. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, it's all good. That's all good. This freight train's gonna get going now because I'm upset. Let me tell you something. This is top shelf buffoonery coming out of this man's mouth. I got no problem with PlayStation. I got a problem with the way Sony's being run. And that's where my problem is. I have lots of PlayStation friends and everything else. I got no problem with them. This is not an us versus them situation. This is the way that the companies run that I got a problem with. Listen to this bullshit. What's a family title, by the way? Did you guys hear that nonsense?
Family title?
No.
The family
title. Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank.
Here. What they're doing is they're saying that family titles will not be $70. They'll be the regular $60. Okay, but what's a family title? Because I'm pretty sure my kids would love to play Miles Morales, don't you think? Or my kids might play Ratchet and Clank. Right. This is what my problem is. If you cut through all the fog and all the bullshit, you know what they're really trying to say? Titles that don't sell well. That's what they're trying to say. Okay, because you know that if it's a family game and they're going to sell 10 million units, they're charging you $70 for it. So I'm already pissed off about that. The other thing I'm pissed off about,
neck is like crack.
Hey, real shit though. Then y'all haven't had a response to the PS5 thing too. So it's been there. So
Oh, and that's another thing, by the way. Seeing that Game Pass is now stacked when you got ZeniMax in there. There's one thing Jim Ryan's statement actually revealed to me is that he's definitely put to rest the idea that day and date Sony anything is coming to PS Now. It's not. That's something that's definitely not going to happen now. So now they're really behind the 8 ball, and they're clearly not going to go down the Game Pass road. I mean, he put those final nails in the coffin. Lickety split, didn't he?
Well, hey? I would agree with you if the dude didn't lie every freaking statement the dude makes.
Dude, he literally deflects and defends with this hollow self-serving justifications. It's unbelievable. I got to tell you, man, listen, this is a shout out to the one and only King David, okay, of the Iron Lords. First of all, their reaction video to Sony's show last week was possibly the funniest thing I've ever seen on YouTube. Oh my God. I listened to it twice.
We were
listening to a podcast twice.
On there. We were talking to each other.
Yeah. Oh, it was fantastic. And it was probably the greatest thing I ever heard. And by the way, speaking of the Iron Lords, I got to get this out. I hope Cognito eventually listens to this. My son plays Fortnite. And when he's playing, you know what he's yelling? He's going, "Let's get it. Let's go." And it's Cognito's fault because he hears me playing Iron Lords in the background. You know how kids pick up everything. Anyways, back to King David. He likes to call him Jim Dance Moves Ryan. My ass. He's more like the way I'm seeing this right now. He's morphed into a white disco suit and he's straight gone John Travolta. Okay. This guy is dancing and he's got no legs to stand on. And this is what this is how brutal the situation is getting now. And what are they doing? What did I hear this morning? I'm standing in line at EB Games to go get my Xbox Series X, right? So I got about there was about 20 of us standing out there. And people are looking at news, they're looking at Twitter, this and that, whatever. And I just keep seeing more and more bad news coming out of Sony. Did you hear that your PS4 saves won't carry over on Spider-Man? Won't carry to the PS5 remaster? Big fucking air quotes. Can you fucking believe this? So they're basically trying to force you to buy it behind this $90 paywall to get this PS5 Spider-Man of a game that a lot of people already own digitally is unfucking believable. I cannot believe that with Xbox launching these kind of events, the whole ZeniMax thing and everything, these guys are so tone deaf that they remind me of the 2013 Xbox launch, and that's what it sounds like to me. But anyways, get back to the positive.
Sony right now would pretty much poison your fucking food and sell you the fucking antidote.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, how tone deaf? How tone deaf are they?
And that's another term that's bitten the other side fan base in the rear is the term paywall. Oh my God, they're eating those words now.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's unbelievable. But I mean, on a positive note, sorry, I just want to, on a positive note, this is nothing but great things for us. Okay. And a lot of people that are going to be adopting into the Xbox ecosystem. That's the way I see it. And I think a lot of people are already seeing it. And I am seeing a huge shift in demographics towards Xbox. By the way, I notice details. And here's another detail I notice. I'm on IGN every day because I just, they bother me. So I like to look at them. It's like a car accident. It's like a fucking car accident. You can't stop looking at it. You can't stop looking at the car accident. That's what IGN is for me.
Right. So like the Red Dragon on Twitter.
Oh yeah, him too. But guess what they're doing now? Here's the detail. You know when they say something like this game coming to, and it always said PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. I swear to God, I looked on there today, and 3 articles said so and so and so and so coming to the Xbox Series X and PS5. It's just small wording. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like power of suggestion, because when you put PS5 at the beginning of every article title, you read PS5 first, so it gets in your head first. And then it's almost like Xbox's was the afterthought. Today, they switched it. 3 articles. Okay, 3 articles on IGN today. Like I said, I'm a details man. 3 articles actually said Xbox first and then put the PS5 name afterwards. I know that sounds a little bit conspiracy theory, but it's not.
No, it's true. It's true.
You see what I'm saying? So you see the shit is coming.
I'm about to tell you my age. If y'all remember Game Trellis TV back in the day on Spike TV?
Oh yeah, good times.
G4 that was doing the 360 era, right? Yeah. And it was always 360, PlayStation, and whoop the whoop. But for whatever reason, when the tides turn, you look at it now, because a good old boy Giraffe Killy, he was all about an Xbox back then. Let's go and call it like it is.
Did you call him Giraffe
Keely? I thought
I don't think he lacked so much his neck stretch. Giraffe Keely.
I was gonna let it slide, but I thought I was crazy. I was like, no, he didn't say
that. I call him Giraffe Keely. That's what he is now. Giraffe Keely. But he's right. It's true. And with Sony selling these games and doing what they're doing, they have no reason to give you the saves for Spider-Man or whatever the case. How many times they done remaster Demon Souls?
Yeah.
And look what they're doing now with the PS5.
Right. If they'd had actual backwards compat, they wouldn't need to remaster the damn thing.
But they know their fan base is gonna pay for it. They know they're gonna pay for it.
Let me just read one little article title since you talked about the media real quick. And this is this is from from Alyssa Mercanti at Games Radar. Yes, PS5 pre-orders were a mess, and you can't find them anywhere. But let me tell you why that's genius.
Oh yeah. Oh
Wow.
How
Yeah.
sick are we of hearing this?
Did they
They
say
were
that
just
again? Seriously?
everything.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was. They twisted every possible Xbox thing into some possible negative. It was just crazy for me. Anything positive Xbox, if Xbox sold out, that was bad. Xbox didn't make enough consoles.
Exactly. That's what I was saying.
That's a good one.
They were saying Xbox released far fewer consoles than the PS5. I was like, what? Okay.
Let me just catch up with the chat, guys, before we get too far ahead. Let's give a shout out to all these people in here. Jesse Darby's in the chat. Jesse, not in a good mood. He didn't get his console. I'm really sorry to hear that, Jesse, and very sorry for everybody who didn't manage to secure one today. I mean, Microsoft assures us they are coming fast and furious. Keep posted, but I know how much that sucks, especially for diehards like us and a lot of the scalpers out there who will take people to the cleaners for this fucking thing, and it drives me nuts. We Viper's in the chat. What's going on, Viper? Doggy Dog 420. Alex Bash is here. Manuel A1, he's in the chat. He dropped some $3 in the super chat. It says, great to see Cray Simmons on the show. Xbox One. The man who got them horns is here. We got Loon Smile. Who else? Sparhawk is in the house. Red Raven 96. Ashtray Gaming is here. Man, we got a great Psychonaut 8 is in the house. Duke Togo, and the list goes on. Hopefully I give everybody a shout out here, guys. Thanks for being here. 53. I think we might be almost at a record at this point. Thanks for the love, guys. Appreciate that. Aaron Greenberg's more coming. Go ahead, baby. Take it over.
Real quick, Jesse. This is for you. Xbox. I don't know if you saw it already, but Xbox tweeted out that they will have, if there's a silver lining for you, Xbox will have more consoles to be available on November 10th.
Yeah, I mean, this is pre-order. People like, come on, y'all. It's pre-orders.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you walk into a store and there's actually
and you can buy the shit in the store.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't think PlayStation is going to have that because I've seen they're sold out until 2021.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust PlayStation at a store, but Xbox, I would trust you'll be able to buy in a store when it actually comes out.
And
I gotta trust PlayStation day one, but Xbox, I would trust you be able to go in a store and actually buy it.
Matty Burns, what's going on, brother? We got Fugly, we got ATL, and guys, just a heads up for my Canadian brother. I'm not sure. Do you guys have Shoppers Drug Mart down in the US?
I never heard of
that.
Up here in Canada, we have it's a pharmacy. It's Shoppers Drug Mart. Okay. But nobody thinks about them as gaming because they only started getting into gaming like a few years back. I think just probably a year or so after the Xbox One, PS4 came out. I guess it was kind of lucrative for them. And a lot of people would walk on by these guys and never think nothing of them. But man, that's where you want to go, man. Places like that, places where they're not getting the door beat down. So if you're by your Shoppers Drug Mart, man, go in and ask them. You might be able to secure one through there because they got their allotments and people aren't knocking on their doors. So don't rule out the little guys sometimes, because the first places people go is the GameStops, the EBs, and then the Best Buys. And so just check those guys out, man. They might have one for you. So and up here as well are the old Radio Shacks called The Source. A lot of times they have quantities left over too. So Free Jack just brought it up. You're reading my mind. BJ McNasty in the house and Dr. Dinglenut. What's going on? And who else is here? Dr. Dinglenut.
Shoppers Drug Mart. Exactly.
By the way,
Drug Mart, yeah.
And that's Noof done got me with the drug mart. I'm like, what the fuck y'all got in Canada?
It's basically Walgreens.
Yeah, Walgreens or CVS.
It didn't hit me up with Dr. Dinglenet. I thought,
sorry, that name was too funny. Spider-Man, by the way, in the chat, Spider-Man, my name is Mag, not Meg. As much as I'd love a vagina, I don't have one. So
exactly. But the hell, with somebody that used to work in retail, like basically with the whole Bethesda thing is basically what Microsoft did for next gen is essentially what consumers did for all those parents and all those dumbasses that keep with the names are confusing. How I don't know something costs $200 and something costs fucking $500, but a name will somehow make me spend $3, $4, or $5 extra $100. But somehow that makes people do that. But
hold your thoughts on that. We're going to definitely be talking about that whole what happened today with the Xbox One X actually surging 70-something% on Amazon. So
700.
Yeah, 700%.
Yeah, but the Bethesda thing is essentially what Microsoft did is essentially what they did to Sony is, and next gen, essentially what Microsoft did is games are $70 on PlayStation and they're 15, most likely $20 by the end of the generation on Xbox and Game Pass. Because Game Pass by the end of the gen most likely be $20 a month.
Yeah, it's gonna go up. It's definitely gonna go up.
I'll say it's $20 a month by the end of the generation. It's $10 a month at basic Game Pass, and by the end of the generation, it'll be $20 a month for basic Game Pass.
All right. Back to Meg. Meg, did you get everything off your chest on this article?
Oh Jesus, I hope so.
You did? Okay.
Yeah. Just saying, it was just an amazing thing. That's all. That's all. It's just an incredible thing, and it's going to be great for us. Great for Game Pass. And man, it's going to bolster up that stable, and that's basically. I mean, it's everything that we all already know. I'm just excited, and I just can't wait to see it happen. By the way, expect some announcements in the few weeks for Game Pass in terms of all those Bethesda games coming in there for launch, because it's going to happen. So,
oh yeah,
definitely. Yep.
All right, let's last but not least, before I get to my few thoughts, let's give Juna the floor and let us know how you felt about the transaction that went down.
It was awesome. I'm not really a Fallout person like that. Fallout New Vegas was back in the day, but that was way back in the day, back in 360 days, back when I used to have my old gamer tag. May it rest easy. Damn you for getting my password and losing the 300,000 gamer points and having to start all over. But that's beside the point. Yeah, but that was basically, like I said, it's third party, and essentially instead of doing these timed exclusives, Microsoft said, hey, we're Microsoft, we're not Sony. We can put the money on the table and say, fuck a time exclusive, we'll just buy the company that you bought the game from. So that's how big companies do big things, right?
Absolutely.
That's what we keep asking them to do. Fuck all these little timed exclusives, and hey, they're not going to go to Sony and all that. Little games are still going to go to Sony, but well, come on, y'all. They didn't buy this. They didn't buy you don't buy a third party publisher to put your games on PlayStation, to put all the games on PlayStation.
Right.
With just common sense. Some of them are going to go, some of them aren't. I don't care. I've never owned a PlayStation. Don't plan on ever buying a PlayStation. Their controllers are small. I have big hands. I mean, I have dual sense or whatever the fuck it is. It looks like it's going to get dirty.
Don't you want to blow into a controller, though?
No, I don't. Hey, like Cray said, I don't like animals. I don't like giraffes.
I don't like giraffes. Picture this. With every dual sense, if you get the PlayStation, they're going multimedia now with the camera, the remote, and all that. With every dual sense, and you get the camera, when you blow, you can see the virtual Jeff Keighley of the screen blowing with you. Giraffe Keighley.
I was gonna say giraffe.
Thank you. I bet you when Nintendo saw that commercial for the DualSense and Jeff Keighley blew in that damn controller, they were even like, "What the fuck? Are you serious?"
You know what it reminds me of? Have you ever seen that workout thing that you do with your wrists and it looks like you're jerking off two dildos? Remember they made fun of that in the last in the Thor movie?
Yeah, the shake weight, doesn't it? Shake weight?
Yeah, that shake thing. Yeah, that's basically it was as cringeworthy as that. It was basically the gaming version of that when I watched them blow in that controller,
taking up that space, right?
Yeah,
preloaded on your console.
Man, I'll tell you, bro. And then don't let the PlayStation Companion come out. Remember that little patent they had with the Companion?
Playroom or whatever the fuck it's called. The thing preloaded on your console.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, don't get me wrong. We all joking on PlayStation, but we do play on PlayStation. I do.
I do too.
Almost all of us.
I'm not gonna hate on you for playing a PlayStation.
I'm not hating on you for playing on it. I just said I've never owned one and don't plan on buying one, and don't know why the PlayStation. The thing about PlayStation is just like the Cowboys. It's their fan base.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's the difference between
them. It's their fan base.
A lot of their side though would say the same thing about us too. So
it's our fan base.
I really think that's the difference between a PlayStation hardcore fanboy and an Xbox hardcore fan. I don't see not any of my friends hate on people for buying a
Yeah.
PlayStation or
I don't
owning a
hit on-
PlayStation. I'll make fun of them here and there, and I'll make jokes.
Exactly. No, I can tell people it's all jokes and everything. Like, yeah, exactly. Like all the podcasts I was on last week were all the PlayStation podcasts. We were all laughing, and it's video games, people. It's just like sports. You have a favorite sports team, you can laugh.
Yep.
For
Yeah.
being
I ain't gonna lie.
when
I first
That's
make
why
when I
jokes
first
and stuff,
started,
too.
middle-aged
Oh.
noob and all of us, when we can laugh about mooch and crap and all them, because we were all here when Xbox has been trashed, and we have been hearing all this shit for what is it? Almost been a decade now. We've been hearing
at
shit
least,
for a
yeah,
decade.
7 years.
7 years, right?
I
None of my
just
sports teams have been trashed for this long.
it's just disheartening when you know, especially when you get into this
I haven't
this
experienced
podcast game. You get into the podcast game and you look up to certain people and you kind of get into this because of certain people and you kind of admired certain things for their angles or at least championing the brand. Like, you know, I always wanted to hear Xbox positivity, you know, and stuff like that. And for a while there was a lot. And then all of a sudden it just turns. It's like we've all been disappointed. Hell, we've all had hundreds of podcasts over the last while where we call out shit on Microsoft, disappointed with this or disappointed with that. And God knows we've all heard the new France. Hell, I'm one of the few guys that still, just like I said, staying clear of Game Pass. Not because I hate it. I tell people all the time it's fantastic.
It's just your thing.
It's just not my thing.
You like how
Right?
you this.
Yeah, if you want to call me stupid because I'm still going to go and spend $70 on a Microsoft game that I could have spent probably, you know, $15 a month or whatever. That's fine, but that's my prerogative. It's my fucking money. Like, who cares? If I'm stupid, whatever, right? But that's me. I collect. I trade in. That a new phenomics don't fucking work to me digitally, people.
Hey, I feel it. Hey, and that's why I miss Game Crazy. We used to have Game Crazy. They used to give you 15% more than GameStop used to give you back on games, and they went out of business. I guess because they were giving you the extra 15%. But
like the place I go to, Cool Stuff, they give you more for your trade in than what GameStop would or whatever. But the fact they locally own, so they not easily to get to. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go like 2 hours to get the Cool Stuff, but I'm willing to if it's something I really want. You know, I go there and get it. But outside of that, man, it's locked up with these big corporations.
Hey, my brother Free Jack, shout out to him in the chat. He actually gave me, I think it was a 6-month subscription to Game Pass. So believe it or not, guys, I actually did have Game Pass for quite a while. And I was using it a little bit here and there, but I told him, like, I mean, he gave it to me for free. I tried it out. I gave it an honest crack, and I said, nah, that's all right. I won't renew. Most people don't know that, but shout out to Free Jack. It was really nice to do that for me. So good stuff there. We're going to soon, in just a couple seconds, we are going to do the Ask Arnold segment. We can come back to this. We got a few more things because we're going to dive into this. Junior, do you have some more stuff, though, you want to iterate on this whole thing? Because the 2 points I want to talk about before the show closes, I want to talk about the pre-orders, and I would like to get into both sides, but definitely the Xbox stuff today. I want to find out how things went for people, and I want to also talk about sort of the reaction that we've gotten from the media, because, you know, it wasn't so long ago that exclusives were everything, and, you know, God bless the exclusives, the reason you buy this console or whatever. And now Microsoft, you know, gets one of the big companies, and some of their favorite games are from that big company, and now it's, oh, well, it'd be a shame if those games weren't over here. We're seeing some pretty big outlets saying that shit, so I want to talk about that. Just guys, hold your thoughts on that. So we're going to get onto that in just a minute. But JuKnows, the floor was still yours, man. So did you have more to say on the Bethesda acquisition?
I was pretty good on the acquisition. I mean, and like I said, we all were waiting on Microsoft to essentially not, you know, theoretically put the gun, but they put the money on the table. That's essentially what they had, you know. They put the money on the table. They bought some shit, and like I think that's what I would say. I would say that's what separates the fan bases. You know, it's not a console war thing or anything.
Right.
Is I would say Xbox fans, I would say we're more patient because we can just be like, okay, the games are coming. We're like, okay, we can play third party shit. Okay, they're like, yeah, that's what the Xbox One X was for. It wasn't for, hey, we're giving you games that are coming this year. No, it's hey, we're giving you the most powerful system so you can play these games that are coming out when they're coming out in 2 years. Like this, where it's long strategy. Microsoft is long strategy, Sony is short term. That's why they're going to eventually come up with some quote unquote Game Pass alternative. Mark the podcast, whatever the fuck. Take receipts, because I'm sure taking a lot of receipts after this week. They're going to come up. What is it? PlayStation Collection or whatever the hell it's called.
Yep, the collection.
Not enhanced with the Shadow of the Foggy Colossus that was in there.
Shadow of the Colossus, yeah.
And The Last Guardian, God knows.
Oh yeah, that man. See, I mean,
And they not enhanced for the PS5. What I'm hearing, it's not enhanced. It's just playable.
That is correct, from what I understand. Yeah.
so you have to pay for backwards compatibility. Like, come on.
Right.
Well, it's locked behind a paywall, as they say with
Because it's on
free-to-play games.
PlayStation Plus, so you have to pay for PlayStation Plus. So that's like, crazy.
Well, look, before we jump, let me say this though.
Yeah,
Real
so-
talk. We all adults.
but yeah,
We got next gen consoles. If you got an Xbox or a PlayStation, 9 times out of 10, you got Xbox Live or PSN. I don't see the big argument behind locked behind a paywall because I can't think of none of my friends that got an Xbox.
I'm with
They don't have Xbox Live, but I want to play Fortnite. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm with
I
you,
just don't
man.
get it. But I don't get it, but I get it because it's a bash, it's a hit where you can go at Xbox.
Yeah,
Right.
But if you got it, you gonna
I
have
just
Xbox
want to
Live.
know 3 people that actually affects. That's all. Just 3. Give me 3.
I can't name one, so good luck with 3.
but what
Good luck with 3.
All right. Well, here's my take on it, and I will try to keep this quick and easy and painless. Okay.
Do your
First of all-
thing. This is your show. Do your thing.
First of all, it is Bethesda. It's one of the biggest, most recognized names in the gaming industry. Now, one thing that nobody's really mentioned over the podcast of her guys, can you imagine when E3s actually come back, how cool Xbox E3s are going to be now? Because we've always known that Bethesda has run one of the best E3 showcases every year. Like they're always popping surprises. They always have that upbeat, you know, you can say what you like. Some people love Pete Hines, some people don't. But those guys know how to put on a show. They always have the great music. Their show kicks ass. It embodies Xbox, you know, and Todd Howard said their relationship went way back to the original Morrowind game. Everybody believed that game wasn't possible on a console. They made it work. They made it happen. And that was the launch of a great relationship that spanned through the years. People think this is an overnight thing. Todd Howard's always been very close to the Xbox brand and had great relationships with people like Peter Moore and right on through. So they foster this over time, and it just makes a lot of sense. I mean, first of all, from Bethesda's standpoint, they get immediate backing. They have now all the financial firepower they're ever going to need. They still control the publishing aspect of things, and they're in control of their own destiny, but they don't have anybody pushing shit on them. They can make the games that they want. They're going to come to Game Pass. They're going to reach a bigger audience than ever before. It's a win for them. It's a huge win for Microsoft. And to get immediate recognizability, guys, Microsoft was always pretty strong in the shooter department and the racers, but fuck damn, man. RPGs now unlock people. I mean, now you got Doom and Halo. You've got, now you've got Elder Scrolls, people, which is one of the hugest RPGs anywhere. That shit can sell alone. That was almost worth half of the 7.5 billion alone. Skyrim has sold. I think there's mothers with refrigerators that got Skyrim, right? Can you imagine how big the next game is going to be? I mean, you got Doom, you got Rage, you got all of these cover. Like one guy said in the chat here, Viper, he said, they get their first Japanese studio with Tango Softworks. All this sort of thing. There's so many good things about this deal. It's
Star Citizen.
Yes, Star Citizen. And the one thing, like I said on Boom Show last night too, is like, unlike the Warner Brothers deal, which would have cost it, say, $4 billion, the problem with that deal was they wouldn't have got the properties. They would have got the studios, but without the properties, would Rocksteady be the name that they are today if they never made a great Batman game? Right? Exactly. But Fallout was a huge property. Doom turned into a massively huge property. Like, they own now those properties. They don't have to license them from anybody. They own the whole damn ship, guys. This is what I'm saying. It is fucking huge. You can't talk about the magnet. And now the thing is 23 studios making content for Game Pass. And guess what? To become the Netflix of Game Pass, you have to have content. Yeah, you can go on all day about cannon fodder bullshit. Look, man, at some fucking point in time, some of those 23 studios are going to produce, quote unquote, the word that people hate, but they're going to create fucking bangers, people, okay? They're going to create fucking games that are going to blow your mind. People want those games. You know what? And Microsoft has the control of this ship right now, and they're going to see where it goes over the next while, because if they need to really suck people into Game Pass, you guess what? Timed exclusivity or fucking all-in-one exclusivity. So you either need a couple of things. One, I'd say chances are you got a decent cell phone. Get Game Pass for your cell phone. Chances are maybe you got a PC. If you don't fucking like Xbox, well, you got one of those, right? Because everybody at PlayStation apparently has the ultra-powered PC. Yep. Yeah, every time there's an Xbox argument about power or something, some guy goes, "Yeah, man, I got $4,000 fucking TV. I spent $800 on the graphics card. What you got, son? What you got?" You know, you're like, "Fuck off, man!" Like, it's amazing how you guys always got these amazing PCs. I want to know, where are you getting them from? The fucking Dollarama? Like, what's going on here?
4090s, bro. Man, I need that PlayStation money.
Right? So they got all of this shit now under one envelope, and what that means, 23 amazing studios making constant freaking content, right? So pretty soon are going to be gone those days of that 4 or 5 year lull where we're like, what the hell's going on, Microsoft? We ain't seen no games. Man, the game's going to be flying at you fast and fucking furious. They want to make sure that they don't give you 1 month in a year where you go, I don't think I need my Game Pass anymore. No, they want you going, holy shit, son. Did you see what's in Game Pass this month? Yes, let's keep it. You know, that's what they're up to, baby. Look, I pretty much summed it all up in my little fucking spiel there. That's what it means to Xbox. It's just fucking huge. There is no way around it. They didn't spend $7.5 billion for nothing. They're not chumps. They are here to fucking play this time, baby. They are not coming out. The biggest thing, it wasn't about the sales number. You know what pissed I think Microsoft more than anything is they took a fucking big blow to their ego. They took a big blow to, like, you know, with people making the fucking memes and people making the jokes and the Xbox don't know games. Don't worry, the fucking executives have heard that shit time and time again through podcasts and on their Twitter feeds. Fuck Aaron Greenberg, poor motherfucker. He can't even get on his Twitter feed and make a positive thing about anything Xbox. And then some little shit stick comes on and goes, Aaron, Xbox got no fucking games. You know, like, they must be pretty fucking tired of that crap, right? All the fucking time. So, this is the problem. And they're going, you know what? We're going to fucking smack it to you guys now because you're constantly spending your money going out and blowing your wad trying to exclusive this and exclusive that. Well, here's exclusive for you, bitch. We got fucking Bethesda now. So we're going to choke your fucking dong till you squeeze blood, baby. So, yeah, there I'm going on my fucking spiel right there, baby. This is big. There's no other way around it. Look, if there was I'm not the biggest Bethesda guy in the world. The last 3 games I bought from those fuckers were Skyrim. I bought Wolfenstein. The Wolfenstein games were fucking awesome, by the way. And Rage, which was one of my favorite games last year. Oh my God, that was amazing. So, you know, I'm not the biggest RPG guy around, but shit is real, and Bethesda knows what they're doing. Microsoft, one of the biggest companies now, and they are in the driver's seat. They take this ship where they want. They got the power narrative. They got the fucking cheap entry point with the S. They're going to take this shit to the bank, baby. I'm telling you right now, 50% increase in Game Pass, and that shit's going to go through the roof after Christmas. Wait till Black Friday, people.
Yeah,
it's a wrap. In the stores. Oh boy, it's going to be a different ball game. Did I say enough here, guys? Do I need to just calm down or blow gas?
No, man, just go for it.
Woo. All right, I need that coffee set in. All right. Anybody else wants to take the floor? Go ahead, because now it is time for Ask Arnold. We're going to come back with some more stuff. So think about your questions. Yo, go ahead.
I'm going to say one thing. You said Aaron Greenberg can't say nothing positive. It is the Sony frontline defense. Now, us as being pro Xbox guys, we get called constantly corporate slave, right? But check this out. Dude, I'm in bed this morning when I woke up and saw the Bethesda thing or whatever. So I sent out a tweet. And dude gonna tell me, Sony guy. And of course, he got the super PC, but then he revealed in a later tweet, I wish I screenshot it. He doing talking about PC over Xbox, but he got like a 720. I don't know. He ain't got 1080 in this shit, but he's hollering super PC. So he's gonna tell me, well, yeah, then they both faster. Game Pass for PC is looking mighty good now for me. Well,
yeah,
it's also looking good for Xbox. And he was like, no.
You're cracking up, brother.
Oh, we're losing
our screen show up.
Sony's getting you. Sony's getting you.
Megatron.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, you're better.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, he was saying, it's looking good for PC instead of Xbox because I'm in a open platform. I said, I get it. PC is open. You can have multiple things going, Steam and all that. But I said, isn't Steam a ecosystem? Huh? I said, yeah, you might not have to buy into the Microsoft ecosystem, but even though Steam runs off Windows, but anyway, but they the PC guys. I said, if you in Epic, that's Epic's ecosystem. Am I right? He was, I said, so you can go and do what you do. I said, but me in the Microsoft ecosystem, I'm getting this on Game Pass. So now someone who never played Skyrim because I didn't think I would like it, but you put it in Game Pass, best believe I'm gonna try it. And if I don't like it, it don't cost me no money outside of what my normal Xbox Live, whatever, gonna cost. I just uninstall and keep it moving. But you could be spending 60 and you're a PlayStation guy, 70 and enjoy. Of course, then after that, I'm a corporate slave. I'm a Phil Spencer nut gobbler. I'm like, God, okay, whatever, dude. That's what they go to after that.
We need to
hit me with. It is the best thing you hit me with after I was done with the conversation. I'm sitting here chilling with my kids. We at the driving range, and I check Twitter when I get back. He's like, and you don't obviously know sarcasm. I'm like, okay,
yo, Grabby guy, we need those shirts ASAP. The Spencer Nut Goblins.
Oh shit, he gonna do it too. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'm good, man. But we can go on to the next topic.
You know, they can go on to, I got a PC and I'm going to play it over there. Well, yeah, but you're still going to pay Microsoft, baby. They don't, at this point, they don't care how the fuck they get your money. They made that pretty clear. They don't care. Yeah, if they sell the Xbox, they're glad. Don't tell me they don't care about the console. We know they care. But they also know, because they are not the market leader, and they certainly are not in as many countries, that they have to fight. They have to fight the battlefield a little differently, right? Like, put it this way. They're like Rey Mysterio going up against the Big Show back in the WWE, right? Man, Rey Mysterio would have to fight completely different because Big Show is way bigger. You know what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying? So at some point in time, you got to realize your strength and your weakness. You got to utilize the strengths. You got to try to figure out a way around the weaknesses, and then you capitalize. And right now the market is changing. Microsoft wants to be ahead of the game instead of behind the game. That's why Microsoft likes going first and not last, because sometimes if you fucking wait too long, man, like I said, the fucking crows will eat the shit right out of your plate. So you got to get out there and bust some balls. But we got the Ask Arnold.
Shout out to over 60 watching. Yeah! There you go.
Right. Nice.
Let's go.
With 40 likes, look at that like to watch ratio. Look at that. No other show has that like to watch ratio.
Look at that. Froggy T. Wright and Eight's in the house. We got Rev Raven 96, Matt RC. We got Viper, Dreadpool, Emmanuel A1, Doggy Dog. Who did I miss, guys? We got some new people in here tonight.
And my hater that always down thumbs since I got on the show hasn't even shown up tonight.
Oh, he must have known he was in for trouble.
You miss me,
too. Dr. Dingle,
known you had back up. He must have known you had back
up. All right, so this Ask Arnold panel. You guys got any I'm going to keep it quick, guys. A couple questions. We're going to keep it moving right along. Anybody real quick? I think somebody asked in the chat, did Arnold get an X or an S? Well, the thing is, I wanted to go out there and I wanted to get the X, but the problem was everything was crazy on the websites, and I got to swear, I think the Skynet got in there and they completely screwed things up. So, guys, don't even worry about Microsoft and Sony. Skynet is still aware, and they're going to come after your ass. All right.
They looking.
Can you Arnie, what's your game plan come November?
My game plan to come November is one way, hell or high water. I'm going to sell my kids. I'm going to get the Xbox One X, and I can't wait to play it. I want to play the best and biggest games on the Xbox.
The Xbox One X?
Oh, yes. I can't read very well. I was like the stupid idiots online today, and I ordered one of them instead of the Series X, and now I got to wait for it to show up on my doorstep. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give that one to Chuck Norris and say, go kick yourself, and that's what we're going to do. He can have that one. He won't know the difference. The guy is old geezer. So, yeah.
You call Chuck Norris the old geezer. Good luck, Arnold. He lives in Canada. We did not say that. You Lab did not call Chuck Norris the old geezer. Chuck, I did not say that. I did not say that.
He said he fucked up like those people did today on pre-orders.
Look, 2 things.
I went drinking one time with Chuck Norris, and he drank so much he went into the washroom, so we gave him the nickname. We called him Up Chuck Norris.
Oh, shit. Please, 2 things. You don't make fun of Chuck Norris.
Right. Yeah, Chuck, do not come for the
podcast is doomed.
Hey, I got a question for Arnold. Being Arnold so big and muscular, now that the dual sense that you could blow in it because he had to put that vent in there, then it's a big media controller. how does it feel in your hands, or you think it will feel compared to the DualShock 3?
Now, what I do is I hand it over to the missus and I get her to blow into it, and then she's already ready by the time we go to bed. She will have inflated lips and she will be great. She'll have ultra suction.
Oh my God.
Arnie, if you had to choose between your muscles or your Series X, what would you give up?
Well, I don't have any muscles anymore. I mean, you guys have seen me over the last while, you know, between the surgeries and stuff. It's really hard for me to get into the gym. So I had to take the Series X. Plus, it's kind of big and bulky. And it reminds me of my day back in Commando, you know, when I had the big square rocket launcher on my shoulder. Sometimes I just pick that up and I walk in front of the mirror and I was like, come on, Bennett, I'm going to shoot your ass.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You are wild.
Arnold, we got one from Game Genie Prime. Arnold, how would you have liked to handle the lines at GameStop?
Oh shit!
I would have just got into my Hummer and ran them all over. Most of the guys are little white pipsqueaks anyway. They just run them over. They're all weak, little tiny little crackers. I get rid of them all, pop them down there.
Hey, I gotta say this, Arnold. I gotta say this. You got people like the Quarterland. If you say anything negative about white, because you can joke on black people and color folk, but you say anything negative about white folk, you anti-white, they can go after you like Brie Larson. Be careful, man. Be careful. They hate. Well, they get mad at Brie Larson over at the Quarterland
Yeah, true.
And Jeremy at Geeks and Gamers.
Come on over, guys. Come on over.
I'm Jeremy. It's Geeks and Gamers. Come on, let's hate on people. That's better than me.
Who would win in a fight between you and the Doom guy? Oh, that would be a great fight, but he's got amazing armor, so I'd have to get some of my own, and then we'd go at it. I think I would borrow that machine that Ripley had in Aliens, and we just go toe to toe. There you go. All right, guys, all in fun, all in jokes, baby, all in jokes. If you can't tell already, Noof Nukem is pretty damn white. As a matter of fact, most time I stand in front of a fucking mirror, I just about go blind. So there you go. All right.
I'm gonna tell you, Jeremy, Geeks and Gamers, he's coming at you in the Quarterland.
Oh, come on, Jeremy. Bring it on. All righty, guys. Last question. Froggy T. Right, Arnold, do you think the newest PS5 overheating will cause any wildfires in California? My God, man, let's keep the shit out of California. Everything's burning down. 2020 needs to just go. Can we move the clocks ahead? I don't know what we're going to do. We need a time machine or a bubble. We're going to have to get on Bill and Ted and jump in the phone booth to get the hell out of here because I'm really tired of wearing masks. You know, right now, I mean, I'm breathing so hard all the time. My underwear sucking up my asshole. I mean, come on. This year is terrible. Come on, let's get rid of it. All right. Good
what
stuff.
2021 is no better? Oh, my God.
Oh, it's a wrap. I think women would post that shit. So what if 2021 comes in worse? I was like, God dang, women don't do that. You're killing me.
All right, guys. All right. Good stuff. Let's move it right along, and let's just talk about again. Well, let's talk about the pre-orders. First of all, anybody on the panel? Did you happen to secure one today? I'll start with the panel members first. Titan. Obviously, how did you make out? Did you score your Series X today?
All right. Well, I kind of want to start this with the people that kind of accidentally bought the 1Xs, right? And it's like, thank God, okay? Because if they didn't, I probably wouldn't have gotten my Series X today, okay? Like, I was sweating. All right. My wife and I are working our butts off, trying to dual task as literally like site after site is crashing, like error message after error message, fucking dog picture after dog picture on Amazon, fucking, which broke immediately, by the way, like Amazon like crashed like at 10 or whatever, on the hour, right? Mm-hmm. So like shout out to my wife, because if it wasn't for my wife, I would not have gotten a Series X. Okay. I would have gotten a Series S because I found that by myself, but she got me both of them. So 4 hours after like checking, refreshing multiple sites, and I'm going to tell you, at about 2 p.m., it's like 2 p.m. here, and this is Central Time. I considered it like a done deal. I figured I wasn't going to get one. I was like feeling defeated, just like stewing in my own anger, just thinking about like the F grade I was going to give this launch on the podcast tonight.
Well, that's it. She happened to get you a Series X. Now you got to take her to bed and give her some serious sex.
Oh,
Man, look at Noof with the
well
bars.
played.
Man, I didn't know this was bars after dark.
Hey, look, in Titan Drago's voice. Yeah.
Titan's like, I'm bringing the comment back to bed.
Bringing that
yeah. I was feeling like Jesse Darby is like no doubt feeling right now. Like, and you know what? It got a little better. And shout out to another person, an awesome buddy of mine, because my buddy Matt Gilberto told me he got one and that I could have his. So, like, talk about a true friend, huh? Like, shout out to Matt Gilberto for like offering to be a hero for me, man. Like, I almost want to give a moment of silence to you. I don't know if it wasn't a podcast, Matt, but salute to you, buddy, man. Like, that's a true friend right there, man. So yeah, that's my story for today. Lots of roller coaster, up and down, sweating, you know, furious 1 second, and like elated when I finally got it at the end there.
Good stuff.
All right, let's go to Meg.
Well, I got to tell you, you know what? I had nothing but a pleasant experience. I might be like one of the very few people that did. Oh, dude, it was amazing. So I dropped the kids off at school, and it was like 8:30, 8:35, and I drove over to the EB Games, which is like, I don't know, a couple of 100 meters from the house. Drove over there, parked. There were 9 people in line. And there was some guy sitting in his car, so he just left his bag there. So I lined up behind him. So they came out. They gave us a ticket. I was number 11. And turns out they had 20 Series X in that EB Games. So I had no problem. And then we just hung out, shot the shit with the guys in the line and everything else, and met a couple of guys. Actually, a couple of them are be listening tonight. I told them to check out the show tonight. So we were talking, whatever. Went in the store when they went live at 11. So I only stood out there for about two hours and 15 minutes. No big deal. And we went inside, paid, and left. That was it. Done.
Cool,
no problem.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it was crazy. But here's the crazy thing: the other EB Games, which is about 10-minute drive away, they had 37 Series X. Isn't that nuts?
Wow.
Yep. And I'm hearing stories because, you know, I'm online all day talking to all the boys. I'm talking to all the guys. I'm talking to all the people from the Primetime Gaming crew and everything else, talking to you guys. And, like, I'm hearing stuff from New York. They're like, we got 5. I'm like, how the fuck did you get 5? And then it's like they got 3 Series X and 2 Series S in one store. And I'm like, we literally got 37. But here's the interesting thing, though, is that both of those stores, the one that I went to that got 20 and the one that got 37, no Series S came in, just Series X. So I thought that was kind of weird. And I'm like, I wonder if Canada wasn't getting a whole lot of Series X. Maybe they thought we had more money down there. I don't know what the hell's going on. But
Meg, you bring up a good point, and I got a proposition. Maybe you can answer this for me. Maybe Gaming Forte would be a good one to answer too. But I just thought of this. Now, see, a lot of the game stops or the EB Games I go to up here, there's no question about it. Most of their managerial people, they're PlayStation people, right? Yeah. They make me pretty well feel that every time I walk into the store, right? With the glares they give me with my Xbox stuff on, the fact they're never very friendly when I wear Xbox stuff. But I'm starting to wonder now. Do you think that it's possible, too, that some of these stores, because their managers are, say, pro PlayStation, that maybe they just didn't order as many of these consoles for the stores because they're intentionally trying to choke it so that maybe they'll get an Xbox guy in who goes, fuck, I didn't get my Series X, I'll just buy the PlayStation now. You think it could be a slight possibility?
That's a possibility, but, you know, at the same time, where the fuck are you going to find a PS5? So I think that they're just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and with all the problems, the production problems that they've had and everything else, it's a disaster over there at Sony. So you know, they don't even have any PS5s to sell. I bet you if they had PS5s available at launch day and they had the shelves lined, sure, they would probably try to push those, especially the digital ones at $399. But I'm telling you, Sony ain't got shit until 2021. So whatever you're gonna get now, or whatever you're going to pre-order, or whatever you're going to get on day one, that's all you're getting for a while. So it's going to be a while before they really get going. So I think that out of basically no choice, they're going to be selling those Xboxes. But I did find it interesting that there were no Series S. I mean, but they got big numbers. I mean, can you imagine that EB Games got 37 Series X? Oh my God, the guys from the other the Primetime Gaming Show were fucking pissed.
And for the last couple weeks, we talked about the PlayStation yields being low, 50% yields. That has really hit them hard. Yeah, and then my wife got a Series X on at Best Buy. So I stood there. I walked in. And, I sat there for 2 hours. I shot the shit. Got my Xbox. Went home stress free. She got home. She got a Series X from Best Buy, and we carried on with our day. That was it. Like it was like a non-story. So the only big story is that how the hell did I mean, I understand in the United States there's obviously 10 times, literally 10 times the population, but you think they would have put a bigger concentration down there. And then you look at somewhere like Canada where we got barely over 30 million people, and we're getting 8 times the amount of Series X in the stores. And then you go down to New York.
Ain't a small number. Just saying, that ain't a small number.
No, I know, but you don't. Yeah, you see what I mean. And all of a sudden, you go to places like New York, and they're getting 5 in a fucking store. What the hell are you gonna do with 5? Right. And so I mean, I thought it was kind of crazy. And then, and Gaming Forte did get a hold of me this morning. He met because I sent a picture that I was outside the EB, and he's like, "How many they got? How many they got?" He asked me pretty quick, so I was like, "Yeah, dude." But I think they were in complete disbelief that we got that many. But anyways, super excited that I got it.
That's unheard of. Like,
that's crazy.
Most I've seen is like maybe like 7 Series X's.
10. I saw 10 in one place. 10.
Yeah. 20 and 37.
After yesterday's announcement, I also think a lot more people decided to finally take the plunge too, because I think that's part of it. I think maybe they underestimated some numbers. I mean, we kind of know PlayStation's going to be high, but I wouldn't be surprised if there is a lot more Xbox fans, or at least potential Xbox fans, or the Xbox fans that kind of never really serious, but they saw what happened yesterday and they're like, "Oh shit! Like I'm getting a Series X, right?"
Mm-hmm. Let me know your guys' opinion, because I didn't get mine until like 2:30 p.m. right, and that was at Best Buy. And as soon as I got mine, I tweeted it out. I was like, "Guys, go to Best Buy site right now." And so, Noof, I saw you got yours from Best Buy. Did you get it after I sent my tweet out or before?
Before, and I'll get to that in a second. Jesse Derby with a $5 super chat. Boy, I would love to hear Cletus. I see what he thinks of all this mess. Maybe before we end the show, Jesse will try to get back and answer it for you, or I'll let Cletus answer it at least. And another super chat just coming in. We got Regulator once again dropping $1.99. Shout out to Pope, killing it with the concepts. Just Pope is one of the fucking best. It is unbelievable how Microsoft's never hired this dude. We keep saying it over and over. The guy is ultra talent, and how fast he comes up with amazing designs. He could literally triple their hardware earnings. I'm guaranteed, man, if they hired him. But good news for Pope. If you guys didn't know, he did start something with the company. He is doing his own designs on controllers, which are based off popular games. They're not like licensed. Like I know he has like a Master Chief style one, but it's not technically called the Chief because it's not officially licensed. I think it's something like that. But talk to Pope online. He'll hook you up with some of that stuff. We got a lot of great people jumping in. Game Genie Prime, Matty Bird's in the house, and Nate is in the chat. Slow Learner, what's going on, guys? Joe Dunmore, Jay Slayer J, James 176, All Digital 84, Fuzzy Belvedere, Dave Folker, Crazy Greek Dude, Dread Bulls in the house. We had Jago Kook in here early. Jago, Jesse Derby. Man, great crew. I can't believe this guy. 73 is a record tonight. And the crazy part is, like JuKnows said, the like to watch ratio here is nuts. You don't see that very often. So, guys, thank you so much for the support. We hope you're enjoying the show. Matt RC, what's going on, brother? Regulator dropping another one. He says, mine had 3 consoles, 2 Xbox Series X, 1 Xbox Series S. I was the first in line. So it sounds like he got his. Good shit.
He's like, I want them all.
Can you imagine being the 4th guy in line?
Can you imagine? I'm the 4th guy in line. I'm finding a way to get him out the way, tripping him, maybe throwing a banana peel in front of him. I don't know, man. So throwing him on the cloth.
Cray comes up with the fucking chokehold, but you know what happened? He's lying on the ground.
Rock bottom.
I don't know how everybody got the short end of the stick of it, like everywhere. I don't know how the hell we got so lucky out here.
Well, your skull stole theirs, obviously.
I don't know. I mean, and I live an hour north of Toronto, so I'm not even in like the main part of the city, where the big city. I'm up north. So like I mean, it's obviously it's still, populated, but I mean, it's not like the city. And to get those kind of numbers out there was unbelievable. And I was just like, wow, okay. But but those EBs, you know what? That's the thing. I never buy physical anymore. Sorry, Noof. And I don't really go to EB often. But apparently those EBs are really, really busy. So maybe they know the demographics, right? So they know which stores have big sales and stuff like that. You know, they see the sales numbers. So they probably sent more to those stores because of the sales numbers.
EBs are at least considered, there are gaming stores, what they deal with. The problem you go into a lot of Walmarts here, like Walmart varies from store to store. Like I'll go into some that are stocked and they're great and they got like decent staff. And you walk into others and fucking everything's a mess and the prices are all wrong. And like I said, it depends on the reps in each area and how good staff they have in the store that keeps on top of it. Because a lot of these people in these retail stores, unless they're like an actual gamer that they hire for the fucking areas, which drives me nuts,
electronics.
You're just like, what game is that?
Yeah.
What? I need like Halo.
Right.
Halo.
Right. You literally have a panel member that used to work at Walmart. And it was in the electronic section.
I used to work at Walmart part-time. I was the assembler. I put the bikes together.
They don't ask you any questions about anything when they put you in the it was like, why do you have this person over here? They have no idea what the fuck, like, why, how are they my manager?
Yeah, we got a slow guy in my fucking store, and I hate it when he's working because he gives you the same fucking speech all the time. Oh, that game's not even out yet, dude. It came out the fucking day. Like, trust me, I'm not even going to argue with it. No, if you don't see it on the shelf, it's not there, dude. It's probably in the fucking back. You haven't unloaded it yet.
Is that man Kermit the Frog?
Yeah, Kermit the Frog.
Really tired.
Sorry, it sounded like Kermit the Frog. Yes,
yeah.
Kermit, I'm here for Halo Infinite.
Let's get over to the other panel people here tonight. Juno, did you manage to secure one? Where and how?
H to the no, I did not manage to secure one. I just decided that luckily one of my friends is a store manager at a Walmart, so I decided to, tell him to, just tell one of his employees that, they're no longer going to work here unless, they slide some of those Series X's to the side when they come out on launch day. So we're just going to have to wait till that November 10th and be there on that Tuesday.
Well, cross our fingers for you, brother. We hope that you can score one indeed. Cray, how about yourself, man? Did you go all in today?
Man, let me tell you, I'm on vacation. I'm in the mountains. So you know me. My wife's a gamer. So that's I'm lucky. She play games too. So I talked to her last night. I said, babe, look, pre-orders go live. I told her 10 o'clock. I didn't know. I thought it was 10 anyway. But I said, get up. We got to get going. Your cell phone, my cell phone, the laptop, we got to go. So we get up, cooking breakfast, man. 10:50. I'm on my phone. She's on her phone, got the laptop going, and everything crashed. Dude, we went to Target. They said I had one in the cart. I'm hitting the button, and it just sat there. Then they tell me, you got 2 minutes. I'm like, 2 minutes? I got one. She's on the Microsoft store. She's saying she got to the cart, got ready to check out. It crashed. The GameStop site. Got in there. It went to the stretched out screen of the console, looking all elongated. Booted her back, talking about waiting in line. I done tweeted out, man. It was about an hour. I said we was going to the driving range and hit some golf balls and shit. Cause I might go play golf tomorrow. I don't know. But we was at the range, so we was out there, and I done gave up, bro. So my stomach started bubbling. I go to the bathroom. So I take my phone with me in the bathroom. And this damn house we staying in, them walls, they diesel. Man, I had 2 in my car at Target. And I'm hollering for my wife, babe. Don't want to shrink it out in the collar because I don't want to lose the junk. And she up there ain't answering me. My son said, Mommy, Daddy calling you. And I see it drop from 2 to 1. I'm up there, man. I'm like, babe. It go to 0. Man, I finished doing what I'm doing, come out the bathroom, wash my hands, of course, sanitary. I got in and look at her. She said, babe, I got you one. I said, where? She said, the Microsoft store. It finally got me. Nice. I said, thank God. That's because I had 2 in the cart, and I watched them dwindle down to 0, and I'm calling for you. And you act like you hear me. She said, well, I ain't wanting to move because I had it. So my wife came through for me. It was a nail biter.
Man, that's 2 of us tonight. Nice.
Man, it's just, both consoles, PlayStation and Xbox, man. I can't blame the console, the companies. It's just the sites, man. That was Amazon, Target, Walmart. They crash, man. They just ain't prepared to handle the traffic. You can't blame the companies. It's the damn sites.
Yep.
They just ain't built to handle that traffic, man.
Yeah. Well,
go ahead. I'm done.
Well, as far as myself, yes, guys, I know a lot of you saw my tweets this morning, and I thought it was over and done with. It was kind of weird. I went through a variety of sites. I pretty much tried everywhere I could in Canada. I saw all the links online, people that were sharing them out, like D-Batch and the ones that Warrior sent, and I went to all these. I went to friggin' Walmart. Crazy thing is, and it was really disappointing, right? Because I went to the Walmart one, scored the thing. It was in the cart, right? And then you get there and you get to the checkout, and then all of a sudden, you see this. Not available. Like the part that says like sold out, it's blanked out, so you can't click on anything, you can't move any farther. Then I get to the EB one and everything's going pretty well. It puts it in the cart, and then you go to click on the cart to go to the checkout, and this page won't fucking load. It just goes around and around and around, and it disappears, and you can't delete it, you can't order it, and that kept going like that. And then I tried. Oh man, what else? I tried a few other sites and was just having no luck. The first time I actually went into the Best Buy site, I was like successful in landing it to the cart. Again, you go to complete the checkout, and then it would go error, cannot complete this. Try again later, and I'd refresh and try again, same old shit, right? And I was kind of almost giving up on it, and I know I took a little bit of a break. I think this was sometime after 11 o'clock Mountain Time, which had been after 1 o'clock Eastern. So quite a bit of ways, right? And you're thinking, this is, and like I told you guys, I wasn't 100% like sure I was even going to jump in on the X or nothing. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing. And I was like, if I get one, great. If I don't, it's not the end of the freaking world, just see what happens at the store level. But then I go back into Best Buy. I think someone clicked the link or something, put it out there. I clicked on it, went back in. Sure enough, I click on it. And then it put me in a queue, like you were now in line. And at least this time it held me there. And then the thing went through. And sure enough, I think I looked away for a couple of minutes to come back. And sure enough, it was in the cart ready to go. And Bob's your uncle, baby. Pre-order done. So that was good stuff.
Good.
I think we all experience like new errors and FU pages today on all these sites.
Well, look, I'm going to say Amazon gave the best one. And the cutest one. They should be dogs.
The little dogs, man. I hate
the dog. I'm like, fuck this damn dog.
James gave me a coffee cup afterwards. Just a cup of coffee sitting there. I was like, what the hell is that supposed to mean?
It was wild. So, I didn't even attempt to get the PS5 because I'm gonna get it later, but I can only imagine what they went through with the PS5. So I guess we got a taste of it.
You're absolutely right, dude. Like, we didn't even really hit on that. Like, could you imagine Xbox pre-orders going up the day before and you're like asleep and you don't know about it and like they're gone within a half hour? Could you imagine that?
Well, it leaves a bad taste in everybody's mouth, man. That was silly what they did.
Oh my, I couldn't imagine that happening.
But you know what? I called that, by the way. I called that because you know what? I did say what they're going to do. This is before the show even started. I said, you bet your balls that they're going to launch their pre-orders before Xbox to try and get people to just buy blindly before Xbox shows something. It's almost like they knew that Xbox was going to do something. You know what I mean? Like a big announcement
they're
or something
playing
like that.
so scared right now, man.
I know, and so I think it was a desperation move. They're just like, quick, let's sell them out as quickly as possible before people figure out what the fuck we're doing. Like the whole Miles Morales PS4 Horizon PS4 debacle, with people
that right there,
and then gamers felt cheated.
And that right there, what you saying about Spider-Man Miles Morales? Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm in a good spider life where I can buy a console for one game or whatever. So I was gonna actually try to get the PS5 just for that, but I sat back and said, you know what, I'm good. The kids want consoles, so I'm gonna wait. And when they said it was coming to PS4, I said, "Yep, I'm done."
Dude, I didn't even bother pre-ordering it. I really wanted the PS5 for Miles Morales, and for the future games that they're going to release, which they're going to be awesome. There's no doubt about it, and I'll get it down the road. But I'll tell you something: I did not pre-order. I just said, "Fuck it." Whenever it's there, I'll just pick it up.
But check this out: it's like with the PS4
play Miles Morales
Pro.
on the PS4.
And it's like with the PS4 Pro. I didn't go crazy to get it. Don't have no desire to want it because the games I play on PlayStation play good on the 4. I don't need to play them in fake 4K, maybe 60 frames if I'm lucky, if it's cool enough. I don't know. But
And
when
the
they
week
said,
before I praised Sony for the way they were gonna do the way they said they were gonna handle their pre-orders. They said they were gonna
let you know, ample time.
Well, they said they were gonna look at their the playing time and their trophies and all that, and give those people that are on the service, first crack at it.
Yeah.
And then this happened. It's like, whoa. And then when I didn't have my pre-order today, I was like, man, I tweeted out today. I was like, I wish Microsoft could have sent like those like pre-order messages via Xbox Live. You get messages from Xbox all the time, right? On Xbox Live. Like, why didn't they send out some pre-order messages right there, right, to those people that deserve the first pre-orders? Not like the bots and eBay losers out there that as soon as the damn thing popped, they're up on eBay for $20,000.
Right.
Preach. Yep.
It was a debacle all around. And again, Innate says in the chat, like the retailers kind of went early, and I don't doubt it. I mean, obviously everybody's excited, and of course, it's kind of like media sometimes. When they break those stories and they do it early, or they break a release date or something, or a review, because they want to drive more people to their site. So I don't really doubt that sometimes it's that. And sometimes, we see Walmart Canada up here all the time slipping up with little ads on their website and then have to come back. So, everybody wants a little traffic. They want publicity, and probably sometimes for all the wrong reasons. So, at the end of the day, though, we all know that COVID really threw a big wrench into production and the way things were dealt for both companies. So there's no mistake in that. It had to be very difficult. I mean, even if you get a couple months behind, right? Because I know, being in the retail business, that like we sell a lot of hockey equipment at my store, and I can tell you that the big guys like the CCMs and the Bowers of the world, they were pretty much shut down for several months, and most of their stuff comes from the same place that the gaming consoles, and that's China. And something as simple as hockey gear shut down, and we're struggling to get supplies. Can you imagine how it was for console manufacturers who've got to rely on this company to get a microchip, or that company to get a sound card? Or, do you know what I mean? There's a lot of things, a lot of moving pieces. It's not just like everything's in one factory and you just slap it together, and then it's getting your staff back and going through the whole God only knows. Maybe they don't have near as many staff producing things on the production lines, because they got to stay a certain feet apart, and they got to sanitize, and they got to do this, and they got to, like, we don't know the logistics of what's happening overseas. So we got to cut them a little bit of slack. They're trying the best that they can. I think in Microsoft's case, they probably weren't expecting as much demand as maybe they've seen yesterday or today, because if you look at the surveys and stuff, but like I said, I think that whole deal yesterday changed the landscape for Microsoft. I think the hype now is starting to roll, and I don't think it'll be so bad. Like I said, maybe you don't get on the first launch, but probably by the 10th, which is still a long ways away. They got several weeks, and there should be lots more orders coming along. That's what they're saying. This is just the first batch of pre-orders, so it's not like, oh my God, that might never happen. You might still be able to order like next week or something. You never know, right? They're gonna keep dispelling quantities here, guys.
100%.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's not over today, and then all of a sudden it's going to jump to November 10th. You give it a couple days, they're gonna start releasing more. So, and
trust me, they're gonna want consoles in the store before Black Friday. We're gonna miss out a huge sales opportunity.
Bundles and all type stuff.
Yeah, if you don't have that shit in the stores, they're gonna miss a big holiday window. And when people would strap for cash this year, that's the time they need to have them there, because if not, it's gonna be an interesting scenario. And I did notice today, at least in the sites I went to, that the Series S did seem to be available at 2 or 3 of the sites I went to. So maybe that's an option too, to tide you through if you just don't get the Xbox Series X. Let's move things along. Let's catch up with the chat real quick. BZ McNasty, Free Jack, Dreadpool, Jesse Darby, what's going on, guys? Terrence Tate, Powerman 4K, Shizno Elites in the house. Captain Crunch is here. Wow, Dr. Dinglenut and Captain Crunch. I love it. James 176. Yeah, we got a great crew tonight, man. Matt RC, Anybody that's first timers here, guys, glad you could be here as part of our record breaking show. I know 72 sounds like chump change, but we appreciate each and every one of you guys are fantastic. You make it what it is. Let's get into Titan, your segment here.
All right, for all the new viewers out there tonight, I call this segment "In the Next Generation," and this is a shout out to the old Conan O'Brien skit in the year 2000. So if you remember that skit, this will ring a bell for you. In the next generation, the successor to the Xbox Series X is released, and it is called the Xbox Series XX. SX, XS, XS, 1X. Not to be confused with the SSSSX series, that the significantly slimmer, stylish Sim series, which will target female gamers specifically. In the next generation, PlayStation will have 99 problems, but fanboy bitches ain't one. And in the next generation, contrary to popular belief, just a few weeks ago, Sony will not believe in the console generations. In the next generation, Nintendo takes yet another step back in time as the Switch Pro releases. It sells for a record low price and it is made out of paper mache and some assembly is required. In the next generation, you can pre-order future Madden NFL games 5 years in advance, seeing as how they only really change once every 5 years. And my last joke for this week needs a little bit of a backstory, okay? I use this notepad on my iPhone to write these jokes on my iPhone throughout the week as I think of them, right? And as I type in the word "in," it'll suggest the phrase "in the next generation." So I took it one step further this week, and I decided to let my iPhone, using predictive text, create my next joke. And it worked if you think about it a little bit, okay? So I just thought that it was crazy that my iPhone completely understands my sense of humor. So here we go. This next joke is 100% from my iPhone. In the next generation, the console version of the games this generation on PlayStation will not be played on the console version of the next generation. Now, my iPhone literally made that joke, okay? And if you think about it, it's actually trying to make a backwards compatibility joke about PlayStation. Think about it. I talk shit about PlayStation so much that my iPhone is able to create jokes for me. Either that or PlayStation is just making it too easy. You decide. That's all I got for this week, everybody. Go ahead.
Fantastic.
Great stuff in the next generation. Back at the same time, same place next week. All right, last little bit of, I guess, a topic before we get into Mag's section of the night, guys. How do you, Mag, I'll get you to start off on this one. Just how do you feel about sort of the media at it once again? Like, you think this would be, in some media places, yes, praise Microsoft. Like, well, I don't even know if anybody really praised them. It's kind of like, oh, like it's big news. But then you're starting to see people coming back on them, and they're just kind of like, oh, well, like even Mike Ibarra said in his tweet, he goes, you have to wonder if it was the competitor, meaning Sony, did the same thing. If, there are people saying, well, you got to keep exclusives on other platforms because not everybody wants an Xbox or whatever. So we're starting to get that fucking narrative already again. And it's like, come on, guys. What's the one thing that everybody complained about with Xbox over the last while? Not enough exclusives, right? Well, there you go. Yeah. Now they got a company they can have a whole shitload of exclusives, and then of course I can already see the argument coming. Well, it's not exclusive if it's on PC. It happens every time. It's like, dude, well, it is console exclusive or console and PC, and most of us are console players. The majority of us, we're not playing it on PC, so we don't really give a shit. So the bottom line is, if you can't play it on Switch or you can't fucking play it on the PlayStation, then it is an Xbox console exclusive. What do you understand about the word console?
Spell it out for him, Noof. Spell it.
CON SOLA, baby. It's hooked on phonics up in here. All right. But yeah, so there you go, right? So Meg, I mean, like, what's your take on it, man? Like how backwards everything is going once again. I mean, even Alana, bless her soul, love her, but man, like the tweet that she put out, I was like, come on.
This is what I'm saying. This is what's happening out there. And now that Microsoft Xbox is doing some amazing things, and not some amazing things, they're doing unbelievable things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you know what the thing is? Don't fool yourself for 1 second. Ain't nobody turning around. Ain't nobody doing a 180. Ain't nobody apologizing to Microsoft or Xbox ever for everything that they've said. They can crap all over the Xbox for years. And then when Phil Spencer shuts them down one by one narrative at a time, okay, he's just shooting them all down one by one. You notice how nobody bends the knee? No one takes the L. No one says, hey, they're right. No, they don't do it. You know what they do? They just disappear for a while. Or they go really silent, right? And they stay really silent and they hide. And then all of a sudden, then one day someone's filming Phil Spencer walking his dog with their cell phone. He steps on a Jew bug. That's it. Kotaku jumps out of the bushes like, oh, Phil Spencer is reprehensible for what he did. And then the next article is head of Xbox treats local bugs like the Xbox community. They look for anything, and it's getting ridiculous now. And like trying to create narratives out of nothing. This to me is just grasping at straws, desperation. And you know what they're trying to do? They're trying to justify everything they've said in the past to try them make themselves not look like a bunch of fucking fools. And that's what ends up happening. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sorry, you can pedal the bike back, but you can't take the, you keep backpedaling over and over and over, and all you're trying to do is trying to save face, and when you then I got questions about the other community. Hey, sorry, Cray, what were you saying, brother?
He said the internet never forgets.
Oh yeah, the internet never forgets. Absolutely. And and then when you got all these other things, like I'm sorry, if you got to talk about one side, let's talk about the other side. When I have all these questions about the PS5 and what's going on, everybody's silent. No one seems to answer. But what they do is they do one of those poofy articles about how amazing it's going to be. And I'm like, okay, can you answer me the question then? I want some transparency like Microsoft is giving me. And they give you nothing. But then all of a sudden the next day you see an article saying top 25 PS4 games. I swear to God, I'm bringing them up again. I'm so sorry I had to bring up IGN twice in one night. Bless my soul for doing that.
Say it a third time.
But you know what? Here's the thing. They had an article today. I swear to God, they had an article today saying best PS4 exclusives. And it's got Kratos. I go, Kratos came out 2.5 fucking years ago. We know who he is. Okay? We've seen him. We've played him. I was going to say we played with him. That's going to come out weird. So, we played those games. We know. Stop writing these fluff articles. And just get to the point. I want some transparency. But as for these other people and the things that they're saying, and these narratives are getting completely out of control. But the thing is, at the end, we don't need to defend these people. We don't. You know why? Because they're making themselves look like such fools right now that everybody is seeing through the bullshit. It is like a renaissance right now. Okay, that's the best word I can come up with for this. This is a gaming renaissance. And you see that people's eyes are starting to become, I know it's not a little melodramatic, but people's eyes are starting to become unclouded. And they're going, yeah, this is a bunch of bullshit. And they're seeing through it right now. And people are getting clowned on left, right, and center. And I just think it's absolutely crazy. But you know what? The bullshit will sort itself out. Let the companies and their products do the talking. And that is what's happening right now. Sony, the way I'm looking at it, Sony is mumbling in the corner, and Xbox is standing right up on that stage, center stage, saying, this is what we got. This is what we're offering. And, take it or leave it. We're not even telling you to take it. Just take it or leave it. Here it is. And that's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. And like I said, as for these people, pay no mind to them, because slowly but surely they will start to disappear into the fog, and you'll never hear from them again. Or if you do, people just are not going to take them seriously.
Oh boy, I don't know. People have been taking crap not seriously for a really long time.
Yeah, but you can see it now. I've seen people coming around. A lot of people are coming around, man.
He's
Finally.
losing followers. He's losing subs. Yeah, but it's like I just feel sorry for the people that actually follow these so-called insiders, and they're just wrong after wrong after wrong. Like
Yeah.
Don't you have any self-respect? Don't you want to be right once in a while?
Did you hear Randall Thor last week, speaking of which, on the Xbox 2 podcast? He goes, I still haven't had or met or heard a single Sony insider that has gotten one thing right.
Yeah, it's true.
So they're not insiders.
I heard that too.
They're not insiders. They're full of shit.
You gotta use the quote unquotes when you say PlayStation
I'm a Sony
insiders.
insider.
Hey, Titan. Hey, check this out. Your man Foxy Games UK.
Oh no, not my man.
Hi, this is Foxy Games UK, and I'm having my tea and crumpets, and the PS5 will walk and set itself up by itself. Bet on it.
Hip-hop gamer out there looking like Miss Cleo and shit.
Man, did you see him in that stream? When Mark Sony was breaking down the space, he looked like he knew they were talking about.
Bro, oh my god, he's making us look bad.
10.9. Man,
as soon as they showed that teraflop number, you could see his hopes and dreams crash in front of him.
You can see it on his face. It's just all in facial expressions. See?
Variable too, by the way.
Shout out to the person that clipped that and put it on Twitter, so I didn't have to actually watch anything of it.
Like, oh no!
Yeah,
like,
you don't impress a woman in the bed if you go, hey baby, it's 4 inches 1 minute, it's 5 the next, and it might be 4.5 the next one.
It's like
it
a
was
cabinet.
funny, man. It was
like,
funny.
oh, you sure this is you in the picture? This is not you sure? This is not you.
They doing this because they know the pro model is coming. I was like, what?
Oh my god!
What?
Or that the remaster engine he said they had, or some shit like that.
Man,
We could go on all day about these things that they come up with. The 13 teraflops, the Pro,
Listen,
I had another one.
I noticed.
well, look, I got one. Can I say one, and I'm gonna let it go? I'm done. This guy's real big. He's real salty. Hey, bad on it. PlayStation 5 is gonna babble faster. Stay salty, gamers. I'm still looking for a job, by the way.
Shout out to RDNA 3, 4, and 5. Shout out to those guys real quick.
Yeah.
We'll cut grass for games.
Okay, here we go, y'all. One actual thing though, like for some reason the media never points out no other PlayStation. Where the fuck is the PlayStation 5 in actual real life?
No one's actually seen it.
No tear downs, no insides, literally no
one's seen it. Actually, King David brought that up. The only image we've seen, of the PS5 is actually a render.
Exactly.
And the picture of the guy who's clearly struggling trying to hold that damn thing in the Tokyo warehouse.
Yeah, that shit was half his body.
It was half his body. Yeah.
It's in the cloud.
Yeah, it's in the cloud. Sorry, so far this fall, the only teraflop I've seen is when Phil Spencer unzipped his pants and showed us the goods. That's the only teraflop I've seen. So, because so far, we haven't even seen a physical console.
We literally got the Xbox One S or Xbox Series S last week, and we got a teardown of that already.
Yeah,
we got that shit last week.
They want to tear it up too. It's always trying to find out something, it's crazy stuff.
No, they're trying to find that NVMe slot because you got to buy that expandable storage shit. Because
what is up with that too? That's a good point because
that is for $350.
So I've heard conflicting reports on this Sony storage so far. I've heard. And I don't know the facts yet. So this is kind of a thing going forward that I'm sure we'll talk about in weeks to come. And is the SSD replaceable? Like, do you have to actually take the whole thing out and replace the whole dang thing? Therefore, eliminating everything that's on the original?
I have no idea.
This is crazy. Like, if that's true, holy smokes.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, they going back to PS3 when you just swap the tray out. That's what I'm thinking.
I guarantee PlayStation 5 is by consumers.
You guarantee what now?
Guarantee PlayStation 5s will be broken by consumers trying to add storage.
You're
'Cause you have
right.
to take it apart. There's
Yeah.
no outside, hey, unless you plug a fucking external in there, but there's no external SSD. You have to actually put it inside the system.
Dreadpool says the digital version have not confirmed the SSD size. Well, I'm pretty sure, and it's not confirmed. I don't have any confirmation, but pretty sure it's the same size as
They
the
better hope.
version.
They better hope.
If it's any smaller, then oh my god,
800 is it 800 and something gigabytes or something?
something like
hope.
that. It's close.
Yeah.
That's close enough.
The one thing I hope.
but
Oh my god, that shit is smaller. Oh my god.
I mean, it's getting tiring listening to the media like this. Every time Microsoft goes out and does something that, like, I mean, and this one's too hard to ignore. You'd think there'd be some sort of wow, like unbelievable, like kudos to Microsoft or something like that. But it always seems that you got to find a way to rain on the parade, find an angle that suits their narrative.
I'm too informed of my purchase.
3 or 4 weeks ago, exclusives were great. Now all of a sudden, they're not great because Microsoft has the ability to hold back the Bethesda games from the competition if they choose. So I don't think it might necessarily happen, but they at least have that option, right? That's the crazy part. I mean, anybody that's a Bethesda fan, especially if you're only a PlayStation owner, you should be scared. If you're a multi-console owner, there's nothing to fucking worry about. This is what I said today. I say, if you own all the consoles, don't even worry about it because you're going to buy it anyway. You're going to get it for your console of choice or the one you own. I have a Sony PlayStation largely because of their exclusives. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't phase me out. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I bought it for. I don't freak out about it. I love their games. I love what they bring to the table a lot of the times. I don't agree with all their moves. I don't agree with Xbox, all their stuff. But some of the stuff is just laughable. It's like, my God, guys, like, cut it out. It's so stupid. What's that? Free Jack in the chat dropping $5. He says, according to Digital Foundry Eurogamer article with Mark Cerny, comments there is an NVMe expansion port. So add not replace. Okay, interesting. All right, but and the other thing I hope that Microsoft learned from the Xbox One X well, not a fiasco, but do you remember all of those fantastic launch kits that they gave all of these asshole media that hate Xbox and how they faked it through the whole thing, like, oh, thank you, Xbox, but then basically kind of shit on it? Like, Microsoft, stop giving consoles to assholes in the industry who don't like your product. Start giving guys in podcasts, even if they're smaller, reward them with fucking consoles like a boomstick or somebody even on the RDX panel or some. I mean, they're pretty big now, but you know what I'm saying, right, guys? Like, overall, give somebody that champions your brand, supports your brand, believes in your product. Not these dickheads that 9 chances out of 10 are calling you shit, and the only time they give you something is when you're giving them something free. Like, it just drives me nuts when there's so many deserving people. Go ahead, man.
But they got to champion your brand. Somebody that's going to be honest and truly give a fair opinion on it.
Yeah.
Somebody like that. You ain't got to be pro Xbox. Just give it to somebody that's going to really play with it, use it, and give their thoughts. That's why I like your boy to do all the cell phones. What's his name? The white dude, the guy. I can't think of the name of it right now, but he get all the cool TVs and the phones. He got to do how they do. What's his name? Can't think of his name. God.
He got glasses, right? Is that the one?
He reviewed. Sometimes, but I think here lately he's been either contacts or no glasses. More time. He's not Brad Sams. It's another guy, man. This will come to me, but he gets a lot of tech, bro. Like, he get especially phones, but he get like the wallpaper TV from LG.
Okay.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Damn, I think his name.
Alex Tech. The guy that does it with the damn. I know who you're talking about.
Austin Evans. I don't think it's Austin.
It's the other guy from Canada. He's from Canada too. He does the technology reviews and gets to all the phones and the crazy technology.
Yeah, he be getting the super high end phones.
Not Victor Lucas.
No, fuck, I don't know why the fuck I can't remember his name right now.
I can't remember his name.
Ozzy says Marcus Brownlee.
No, not Marcus Brownlee.
No.
Flossie Carter.
Why the fuck can't I remember?
I'm gonna stump myself with that one.
Exactly.
Yes, that YouTuber.
All right. He knows what his damn name is. That's all that matters.
Okay.
Lou Ladder. There
When he reviewed the Xbox Series S and the X, he was like, hey, he gave his props where it needed to be.
Lou Ladder.
Cracking up real bad there, Cray.
No.
Not Lou Ladder.
I can't think of his name.
All right, we get your point, though. Yeah, we get your point.
Yeah.
All right.
Name that game.
Yeah, it's time to get into our last segment of the night. So let me see. This is counting down the panel again. So Cray's got an Xbox Series X secured. Mag's got one secured. Titan, you said yes, right? Yes.
Yep, I got a X and an S.
Okay, and I got one. So it's just 1 out of the 5 here tonight. So not that bad odds here right now. Not bad. But we hope that Juno can get his on.
I'm gonna have it. Don't worry. Y'all will see me on my these PC elitists keep bothering me, my friends about this damn Destiny and the 60 FPS.
Mm-hmm.
So we shall see.
Gotta show them, huh?
Right. So we shall see.
Absolutely. All right, it's time to hand over the floor to Middle-Aged Game Guy for his segment where you have a chance to win some cool video game swag. Meg, take it away.
Live from Studio 69 in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, welcome to Name That Game. And here is your host, Tony Baloney. Yes, it's Tony Baloney here. Holy mackerels, Tony Baloney. I'm here right now, myself. Ladies, remember, that is no suck in my crotch. Oh, yes, we got Cray here. We got Titan Drago here. We got Nukem here. We got Juno Laugh here. We've got a great audience tonight. Cut the music. We got to get down to business. Cut the music. Oh, my goodness. So, here we go. Welcome to Name That Game. I am your host, as always, Tony Baloney. The rules are very simple. I will describe a game very badly from any generation, and you must simply name that game. Anyone in the first question can chime in anytime. That includes anybody on the panel or anybody in the chat, just for fun. But the real challenge is this. Whoever in the chat on the second and real question gets the answer right first, you will get a tick next to your name. And after the 10-week period, which I believe we are on week number 5, whoever has the most ticks, I, Tony Baloney, will buy you a game of your choice, standard edition, for any system. So let's get in to the warm-up question of Name That Game. And this goes for the panel as well. Name that game. Lost in the wilderness, but my tits will point the way. Name that game.
Tomb Raider.
That is correct. It is Tomb Raider. That was a warm-up question. It's a warm-up question.
I love
nobody
that.
Get too excited.
Point. Remember the old game?
That was the point. That was the point. Thank you very much, everybody. Yes. So that was a warm-up question. And I will be watching the chat very closely. Yes, Dreadpool, we know it's Tomb Raider. I already said it, and so did Nukem.
I thought it was Uncharted.
I said
Raven.
I was robbed.
Red Raven with Witcher 3? Ridiculous. I have not seen tits on a Witcher. Anyways. Down to the real question. Are you ready for this? And panel, please do not chime in. This is only for the chat.
Oh.
Name that game. Damn. I ate some recreational drugs. Now I'm a fucking raccoon. Name that game.
Acid 3.
I ate some recreational drugs.
People on the panel, I swear to God, do not answer this question.
Shut your mouth.
Acid 3 isn't a game.
It is Emmanuel A1. Emmanuel A1 has won. Yes, you're absolutely correct. It is Mario. I ate some recreational drugs. Now I'm a fucking raccoon. That is correct. That is correct. So therefore, I will write your name down. Emmanuel A1, you have one tick next to your name. And while I have a second, let's look at the totals so far for week 5. We have Dreadpool in first place with 2 points. We have Joe Dunmore with 1 point. We have Ronin Samurai with 1 point. Holy shit. I can't believe it. Emmanuel A1 is now tied in first place with Dreadpool. He also has 2 points. Oh my goodness, the competition is heating up. I don't even know what's going to happen next week. But anyways, stay tuned next week for another edition of Name That Game.
Do you think if we play the Bob Barker, like Price is Right music in reverse, they would mark it after that?
I know, but we got to come up with something. That'd be awesome.
Right, if we played it.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize.
Cut the music.
I didn't even realize that Emmanuel A1 actually had one last week. He won on September 15th. He won it.
He's on a roll.
He's on a roll.
Deadpool, where are you, buddy?
Dread.
You got to get in there faster. Come on. You got to take the ground back.
I was worried about Dread because he got 2 in the first week. Boy, I was worried.
That's okay. If Emmanuel A1 gets another one, he's banned. So then I'm gonna,
Oh shit!
No, in all seriousness, that's great. So we got
great stuff, guys.
Yeah.
Right. All of a sudden, Dreadpool's a fucking chat administrator.
He kicks them all out.
He's bad. Why are you guys kicking me out? I don't know. Right when this segment comes up. Before we get out of here, Juno dropped one thing in the chat earlier. Hopefully you guys got not the chat, sorry, in our private messages. DM was interesting. It's like an Xbox ad for Game Pass, games optimized for Xbox Series X and S, and it was quite interesting because if you see the 4 pictures of the games that are going into Game Pass, we have Dirt 5, we have Gears Tactics, we have Destiny Beyond Light. I mean, Gears 5 and Destiny don't necessarily surprise me, but then there's one here caught my attention, and you see Assassin's Creed Valhalla on there for Xbox Game Pass. I thought that was interesting. He pointed that out. What do you guys think? You think there's something up here? Do you think because Halo's not going to drop in November that perhaps Microsoft is in a sort of a partnership or a lucrative deal to secure Valhalla for Game Pass on day one, maybe?
Well, really quick, what'd you say? Say that again?
Sorry, it's coming to Game Pass day one, I'm telling you.
Well, we did hear rumors mumbling weeks back about a big deal for Game Pass coming out. Now, I thought that was the EA deal, which came out last week or whatever it was. Now, could they have look? I've seen some PlayStation Sony fans that really hate on this, so that only bolsters the fact that it's true. So any Sony fan saying anything negative about anything, like you could almost count it being true. But yeah, if I was going to say right now, I gotta go with Mag. I gotta say, this is legit.
I'm not even budging on it. I'm not even saying
Timothy Dixon in the chat says it was later confirmed to be an error, though, just Series X enhanced, but still kind of weird that you put it on a Game Pass ad. And it just
do you know what this reminds me of?
How they put the ad.
Do you know what this reminds me of? Remember, it was like a year ago, or maybe a year and a half ago, when Game Pass, when they had that Game Pass poster at some event, and like Tomb Raider 2 was on it. Do you guys remember that? It was huge. It was all over Twitter, and people made fun of Xbox about it. And Tomb Raider 2 eventually came to Game Pass.
Right.
And I'm reminiscing about that right now. This is very. I've seen this before.
Are they saying it's a mistake, like when Sony said Demon's Souls is not on PC yet?
I was just saying, like, I can't trust any executives anymore, because how many times have they said something and then like 3 weeks later you go, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we meant yet.
Here you go. Jim Ryan was saying something like, hey, nobody plays backwards compatible fucking games, and all of a sudden, Sony goes,
PS Collection.
No, this game's not on this console. All of a sudden, oh, look, there it is,
Yeah.
I think it could be a hint. It might not be day one. I mean, like I say, they still gonna want to get them.
I think it'll be
day sales
into the maybe before it'll be 6 months.
That's a good point. And if it's not on their day one, then will it?
Yeah,
right.
I can see it coming a couple of months later.
I'm not budging. I see people in the chat.
I mean, yeah, we still
it.
got we still got a month, 2 months, a month.
Yeah.
I see people in the chat saying that Major Nelson shot it down, this and that.
Mac
I'm like,
don't give
yeah,
a
but
damn.
that's his job though. Because Phil probably called him and said, hey,
He plays Halo. He shoots everything down.
Yeah,
Aaron Greenberg was the one that's like toning down all this hype. Like he's the marketing exec that doesn't want anything to get out before it's supposed to.
Right. Oh yeah. Just a side random note. Can I just say that only the media and Sony fans and somehow everybody turned Halo into a game that we played to look at faces, because Craig blew up. Nobody beforehand ever played fucking Halo to look at faces until now. When have you ever played Halo to look at a fucking face? Literally, the game, the main character in the game, you've never seen his fucking face.
Never.
Hey, fill it in. I'm only looking at your face when I'm teabagging. Yeah.
Like I've never like Craig. The whole thing, like I didn't. I mean, Halo, like everybody said, the gameplay looked fine. Okay. They fixed the graphics. Okay, they fixed the shit. But I've never played Halo to look at somebody's faces.
But check this out though, and I'm gonna get them with this too. When Digital Foundry was picking the games apart with the X and the PS4 zooming in, no one plays the game zoomed in 100 times. But all of a sudden, when it comes to finding Craig, it was zoomed the fuck in.
Man.
Because I watched that shit twice. I ain't noticed Craig at all because the gameplay was so fucking good.
You never won a race on Forza by simply looking at your license plate?
Never. But again, that's when it comes to nitpicking what picks people narratives. They just had to, because I ain't gonna lie, I wish it did look a little better.
Yeah,
but
of course.
Come on, when you play Halo, you want that fluidity. Yeah, you want that gameplay. And that shit was smooth as fucking butter.
It looked fun. I know I'll be having fucking fun on November 10th. If Halo came out, I would know that. It might not have been right. It might not have looked fucking pretty, but I know I'll be having fucking fun.
That shit looks smooth as butter, bro.
720p. Who put that in the chat? Terrence Chait. Halo play at 720p. I know I'll be having fucking fun at 720p on my Series X at 188 frames per second.
And most importantly, you ain't got to blow in no controller to cool the console off.
And it won't die in an hour and 45 minutes now. They improved the battery.
Actually, it's gonna be less than that, because you see how the controller, like, I don't know if it was a real markup, but how it was lighting up around the buttons and stuff.
Yeah, they improved the battery life. But
speaking of controllers, did you guys catch the little jab that Microsoft threw at Sony with controllers?
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, they said we're not.
Am I the only one that's crazy that damn new controller is fucking PlayStation colors, right? Am I only that caught that? Shock blue.
Right after the whole shock of the pre-orders, right?
Wow, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, didn't catch that, did you?
Wow.
Like if you look at the controller, it is literally all PlayStation colors, like the front to black. Like it is it is funny as fuck. If it wasn't PlayStation controllers, it is literally the most subtle. Hey, we're buying Sega Sonic hint in the history of the world.
I tell you what,
one of the two. It's either a shot at PlayStation or they're buying Sega.
I think you're right.
They're talking shit or they're buying Sega.
Dude, I think you're right. It's like Microsoft has been more ballsy these last couple of weeks, taking shots at Sony. They took a shot after Sony fumbled their pre-order. They said, we're not going to do it like that.
It was like right away they did that too.
Yeah. Oh man,
because Microsoft everybody remembers this is how we share games. Oh y'all y'all on some really disrespectful shit. You know, we didn't have social media back then, so it was even worse. We had people face to face talking shit back then.
Yeah, that shit was funny though.
That shit was funny, like 2013, where we could, back then you had people face to face talking shit. Back then, quote unquote console wars, you had to hear it face to face in the break room or wherever the fuck you were in 2013. Now you got to hear it.
Like we're limited to the break room and sleepover.
You guys were earlier talking about the PlayStation not seeing an actual unit. Did you not see the measurement pictures where they're showing how big it was or whatever?
That fucking whale, that fucking blue whale that's going to be underneath your console, your entertainment system, or Moby Dick. Play has no limit because your entertainment system better not have no walls.
That thing is big. It's bigger than the OG Xbox that launched, and that thing
Hey,
was
Mom,
huge.
we had to throw out the Christmas tree to make room for the PlayStation
It's
5.
enormous.
You know what Mom would say? Decorate that motherfucker.
Well, they could power the lights, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The console actual hardware, like outside engineers like design the outside of the console got lazy as fuck because those fins were literally like, hey, let's figure out a way to make this look smaller with these wavy white fins on here.
The console will look a lot better if they took them fins, if they trimmed them down, man. It will look a whole lot better. But when you put that hood on it, man, it just, I don't know what to call it, man. I mean, but like you say, who cares how it looks as long as it plays. But
absolutely.
Somebody turned that shit on. I wanted to see how loud it sounded because it looked like it sounds hella loud from how big it is. Looks like it just looks like it's gonna be hella loud.
At least it got a standard looking power cord. I didn't like the one that came with the PS Pro, the big PS4 Pro.
Names are confusing, Noof. You got to be careful. You know, the media.
That big confusing cord they had there. That big thick cord. Like I didn't like that one.
Yeah. I ain't got a Pro. Y'all got more money than me. I'm still rocking day one PS4.
Oh, no,
it's loud. But it holds
There's
up.
a guy at a timeshare. I don't want to hear it.
See, the thing is now I'm looking at my One X, and all I see now, I think I know why Microsoft made the Series S white with the black Series go, because everybody that has a One X, most likely their One X is white, and so everybody that has a One X looks at their One X now and sees a Series S. They're like, man, I gotta get this shit up out of here. I gotta get a Series X. So now I'm looking at it, and I'm like, all I see is a Series S. I see fucking mediocrity in here.
Yeah.
Well, what y'all gonna do with y'all Xbox One X's? I got the Scorpio edition.
GameStop, where you at?
What? I ain't getting rid of mine. I'm keeping my Scorpio.
Oh man, them Scorpio editions will be worth money someday because those are now a limited product.
Yeah, I'm putting mine back in the box and I'm gonna put it in the closet. I mean, after that, it's done. It served faithfully, no issues. I know some people said theirs were conking out. Mine never got loud, no issues. I'm gonna put them up, wrap them back up, put them in the box, I'm put them in the closet.
30 years from now, that thing will still be quieter than the PS4 Pro.
I'm keeping all my consoles because now I'll have a 4K Blu-ray player for pretty much all my bedrooms now, which is cool.
Yeah, because right now I'm sitting at 5 Xboxes in my house.
I still got the launch edition of the S, the one with the 2 terabyte hard drive. So I still have that one.
Yep.
The white one, with the 2 terabyte. That was pretty cool. That thing was fucking. What did that cost me? $4.99 Canadian. When
it was $500.
Man, yeah.
So there you go.
So you paid for that hard drive for that one though. That's what that was.
Yeah, it came with the hard drive, and you did get
that 2 terabyte.
That was the only edition that ever had the 2 terabyte. That was the launch edition.
Oh yeah.
After that, it went back to 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the design lab is going down on October 21st until next year. So Xbox.
See, that's good for me because I'm a cheap bastard, man. I want to design my controller, but that thing can come up to be like anywhere from $80 to $100.
Hey, I love the design lab. I'm hella mad. That design lab is amazing. I just
everyone in my family has specifically designed controllers from
right. It's because it's yours. It's like completely yours to the utmost degree. Like this is my controller. This is clearly not yours.
Hell yeah, and it's engraved and everything.
Like this is clearly not yours. This shit literally says my name on it.
Well, guys, look, I got to go, man. It's been a blast, but we driving back home tomorrow, man. I got a 5-hour ride.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Tell everybody where they can find
you. Got Game Pass.
We're gonna find you back on this panel here again pretty soon, I'd say. So, but thanks for being with us, man. Like I said, I know you're on vacation. When I sent out the invite, I didn't realize it, but I appreciate you taking time out of your night. And actually, things went pretty well considering you're up in the mountains with connections can be shoddy. So I'll let people know where they can catch up with you, Craig.
Well, Lou said, man, I got many names. On Xbox, man, I'm Hollywood 27910. YouTube, Cray Simmons Gaming TV, and up there on the mighty Twitter, where everybody fighting every day over hot dogs and hamburgers, I guess. I don't know. JMS Jamie. I'm right there. And like I said, man, I play games and have fun, man. It's all jokes at the end of the day. That's me.
Let's get to our next guest of the evening. You laugh. JuKnows 23 we know on Twitter. Brother, thanks for being here. Glad to have you back. I hope you enjoyed your time on the podcast tonight, and we'll get you back again soon as well. Let people know where they catch up with you, what you got going down.
All right. You can catch me on Twitter, as you just said. You laugh. I've just been on a good old, basically just exploring Game Pass. Good life of Game Pass. That's about it. And good old 3D All Stars. Too bad they don't have co-op. I wish they did have co-op. Good hop on Noof since he finally joined me on the good old 3D All Stars. Too bad Sunshine doesn't have co-op. Sunshine. Hey, underhyped Mario game. I do miss my GameCube. Yep. Rest in peace. Underhyped system of all time, but that's beside the point. Yeah, that's about it. And just always great to be on a Gaming After Dark. Never a dull day. Titan, middle age. Always great to be on with you guys. Chat always active. Dread. A comedy chat like always, and it's been a very comedy day, and Jim Dance Move Ryan, as King would say, and it was fun playing video games and talking about them.
Absolutely. All right, heading over to the middle-aged game guy. We know him as the Mag.
Yes, sir. You guys can follow me on Twitter at the Middle Age Game Guy. That's with a GY at the end. On the Xbox side of things, you can find me at all capitals, one word, Dead Meat 1. That is DEDMEAT 1. On the PlayStation side of things, all one word, all capitals, because I don't know how to be quiet. I am the Mag. You can find me there. That's with 2 G's, by the way. I know, sorry. Real confusing, right? But it's all good. And also, you can find me every Monday night with Mr. Boomstick and XL and friends on Primetime Gaming. That is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, of course, every Tuesday night with these two awesome gents, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Gaming After Dark. So, guys, it was great chat. You guys were awesome. It was great to see some big numbers out there tonight. And I look forward to next week. Everybody have a great week. Thank you.
All right, and let's hand it off to Mr. Titan Drago.
You can find me at everything at Titan Drago, everybody. It's been a record-breaking here tonight on Gaming After Dark. And until next week, you need to be more like Loon Smile and Timothy Dixon. Okay, Loon Smile for the burn of the night earlier when he said, I thought Sony Ponies wanted a reason to buy an Xbox. I thought that was a great on-point joke that happens to be true, and those are personally like my favorite types of jokes. And Tim Dixon, a guy that can always fill in the missing blank. When I can't think of a studio name, a number, or any specifics about gaming, I can always rely on good old Tim Dixon to fill in any of my many missing blanks that I often get. So Loon Smile and Tim Dixon win my award for the night for bringing the common back to sense.
All right, guys, and you know where to find Noof Nukem, always in the gutter. Big thanks to everybody that came out into the chat tonight. Like I said, this was a record numbers. First time that I think since we've been doing Gaming After Dark that we hit over 70. I did send out the invitation, believe it or not, to Primal tonight, and I was really disappointed. It was kind of a late invitation, but I was hoping she would have jumped on to give her thoughts on this. But I guess she had other things going on. So, but anyway, we wish Primal well. Maybe she'll come back and guest again sometime soon. We'll definitely hit her up again. Thanks again to our guests, You Laugh and Cray, for being here. Always, the panel is amazing. Love the segments. They're seen every week. They're on point, and people are loving them. So we hope to keep that going. And again, any suggestions from anybody in the chat? What you'd like to see from the podcast to make it better. Like I said, I'm all ears. I had some great feedback not so long ago, like I said, through my DMs, and that's why we started some of these segments, kind of came out of that. So like I said, we can't make this better without you guys, and we're just having a fun time. You can tell we really love doing this, and we love having you here. Record chat numbers tonight. I mean, I can't believe we actually even finishing the show tonight with more likes, and I think that we had people in there. That's awesome. That means everybody is coming up and participating and all that stuff. So we'll see you back here again. Same time, same place next week on the Gaming After Dark podcast. Until then, guys, stay well, stay stay healthy, keep it gaming. And again, guys, most of it too is all jokes. Sometimes people take it too serious. So again, it's just jokes. Even some of the PlayStation stuff, we're just having fun. A lot of us got PlayStations. We love playing there. We love a lot of the exclusive games that they have and some of the things they have to offer. So, some people take it and run with it and think, oh, those guys over there just always hating or something like that. But you got to read between the lines, man. It's all good. We'll definitely give plenty of praise when it's due. And same thing for Xbox, man. And shout out to the mods people, the guys with the wrenches in there. Although these guys got an easy job because they don't have to ban people left, right, and center, thankfully, which is awesome. So good stuff. Psychonaut, thank you very much, guys. Viper, Genie, Terrence Tate, UK Daz is here. What's going on? He must have jumped in late. Thanks, Dazzy. Glad to catch you. Spider-Man, Free Jack. The list goes on, guys. You're awesome. We'll catch you again next week. Take care. Have fun. See you soon.
Salute.